Now that everything has been said that should be said, unless there's any more.
Fuck!
Welcome everyone to the party that has now been dubbed the Fellowship of the Fallen. Continuing their quest to, yes, with a new addition which we will get to just now. Continuing their quest to find a way to defeat a white dragon that handily kicked their asses last week. You guys have... Oh, well, let's get to introductions quickly first. We'll run around as I see them. Carrick, you're up first.
I'm Carrick. As usual, I'm playing Crag, the Zealot Barbarian. Today, we seem to be facing down manticores. Crag has never seen a manticore. Crag wonders what manticores taste like. That's all you need to know.
All right. Next up, we've got Tom.
Tom, I'm playing Aldwin, a human cleric of the divine, Twilight domain, worshipper of Helm, and watching his paladin friend charge off on a giant goat, wondering, is the height means he's lost all the brain from his intelligence? Why is he What?
That's going to be a fun one. Yes. Next up, we have Emil.
Hi, I'm Emil. I play Ilian, just an average, sad, doesn't know where home is, time wizardy boy. That's joining the party to find answers about himself.
All right. Next up, Ryan.
I'm Ryan. I am playing Magnar the Wheelbreaker, and I am riding my faithful steed, Ramstein, and we're about to fuck up some manticores.
All right.
Hopefully.
Good to know. Next, or last but not least, Richard and his brand new drawing of... What was his name again? I keep forgetting.
Ramstein.
Ramstein.
Do haste.
Ramstein and his dwarven rider.
Yes.
I am Richard. I'm playing Luca. They, them. Luca is a Lightfoot halfling, who is good at stabbing people in the back and doesn't want to make any friends, but just seems to be doing it anyway. So, and now, after we got handily defeated by a dragon, we're gonna do like a kung fu movie. We're gonna do a kung fu movie training montage where we try to get some levels before we go after it. So do like push-ups and stuff, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, drink some protein shakes, eat some raw eggs.
Oh,
I'll have to.
Don't get salmonella though.
I'll have to go check if manticores actually lay eggs. I'm not sure.
Don't eat the manticores. I think they're sentient. Oh God.
I think that's gonna stop Crag.
Yes. So
no, manticores do drop eggs, according to Yahoo.
All right, cool. Good to know. So last time we left off, like I said, you guys got beaten handily by a white dragon. The town was... Yes, Cryovane. The town was quite shook by these events. Some people were killed. Some people went into hiding. You guys found a new job board put up in front of the Townmaster's Hall. Some quests were mentioned on there. You took 3 of them. And there was a bit of a discussion about which one to do first. You decided to go to Umbridge Hill to go warn Adabra about the dragon in the vicinity and convince her to come back to town. When you made your way to Umbridge Hill, you noticed some beasties attacking the windmill that Adabra stays in. The windmill is on top of Umbridge Hill's old stone windmill. There's an iron fence around it. And it looked like the manticores were trying to knock down the doors. And you heard a woman scream from the second floor that a little help would be appreciated. At that, Magnar, now riding Ramstein, decided to charge into battle, followed by Craig, leaving the party in their dust. And that was where we left off. So I think we'll jump straight into it with we'll make the first roll for the knights for initiative.
Wait, did anyone do
yeah.
anything before we ran off?
No.
Oh, you ran off too fast.
Hey, it's not my fault you're slow.
I'll
Oh.
Luca, you'd be on advantage for this initiative roll.
Thank you.
Actually. Magnar straight out the gate with this bad rolls.
You gonna do it? Do
That's
it
all right.
early.
You have to roll for Ramstein separately, and he will probably go in front of you.
You can
Doesn't
run
he
up.
follow directly after me.
Yeah.
No, Find Steed, it has its own initiative order.
Does it now?
It does. 'Cause I used to fight my
Kinda
warhorse a
sucks.
lot as my paladin. It often always the wrong way round, I found. So
I don't have access to the token. Can't.
You don't?
You haven't tamed him yet.
Oh, hang on.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, actually I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty sure I gave you access to the token. Let's see, yeah, there's Magnus Initiative. I didn't delete the wrong one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Who are we missing? There's Luca, Aldwin, Ilian. We just need Craig's initiative.
Crag has a 13.
A 13. Alright.
My goat has an initiative of 10.
Question:
Come on,
Manticores taste like
Ramsey.
chicken?
What?
Sorry?
Would Manticores taste like chicken?
Oh, Jesus.
you travel rations today. Are we?
No, I didn't stock up when we were back in town, so I don't think so.
Yep. Nobody stocked up
Yeah.
on anything.
So Crag will be butchering the Manticores for the party.
All right. So, Luca, you are going first. What would you like to do? You
Well,
see
Jesus.
Ramstein and Magna and Greg take off at pace.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna run also. I could run 75 feet if I run, dash, and dash again. So I guess I'll do that.
Might as well.
Get my bow out and just start trotting. I'm like, well,
You should have hopped on the shield when Magnar was going away.
yeah, that's right. No, I'm yelling. You don't make fun of the cleric for being slow and outrun the help that they can give you.
Well, actually, Crag is still faster than Lucas somehow.
That's it for me.
All right.
I took all my actions.
All right.
What are these things on the hill? Are these? They look like blackberries.
They're shits.
Yeah, give me. No, your base of perception should be high enough. They look like burial mounds.
Turns.
Huh. I'm gonna hide behind one. I'm just gonna go behind one. There we go.
Yeah, you're small. Easy enough to do.
This is where Luca just gets murdered by a group of zombies.
I'm gonna get eaten by by whites or specters.
Ilian, what are you doing?
I will let's do full dash. Wait. No. Let's go to there. So I'll use a dash. Just want to check something quickly. Yeah, that is gonna end my turn. So I'm just gonna move to there and just try and take cover off. How big are these things?
You'll probably have to kneel down to get any sort of cover.
Does that require anything, or can I kneel down?
No, you.
Okay,
will.
then I'll kneel down a little bit.
All right, Craig, what are you doing? I'm just gonna say to you as well. The closest manticore is currently flying.
Is it
It's
above
about
the?
yeah, it's about 20 feet up.
So if I move 1 second, how tall is the fence?
The fence is like 3 feet tall.
Oh, grand. Yeah, so I want to move 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
What else should be? Nope, I have 10 more feet. I've measured this out so many times, but yeah. So that is about, so it's 20 feet in the air and about It's within 60 feet, right?
Yeah, it would be within 60 feet.
Lightning, motherfucker.
All right, so roll to hit first with the javelin.
Taste my lightning, sucker.
That's I would have raged, by the way. That's 15.
15 hits.
And then that's I forget the roll for this every time.
It's 46. All right, and I got a natural 20 on the deck save.
It still gets hit with something. Five, 10 plus another D6 from the actual javelin, right?
Yeah, so 10 lightning and how much piercing?
6 plus 2, so 8 piercing.
All right. So a total of 13.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm going to make my second attack using another normal javelin.
All right, roll your attack.
Natural 20.
Right,
Okay.
disadvantage?
I at disadvantage?
Isn't javelin...
Yeah, you're at max range on a
Yeah,
javelin.
you're at max range.
Oh, right. So the 17 plus 5.
A 17 still hits.
So that's a D6. And actually, you know, I'm going to Divine Fury. 2D6 plus 2 each. That's 2. 7 plus 3. So that's 10 more damage.
All right. Right, so that manticore is feeling a bit under the weather currently.
Gave it a few piercings. That is my
Alright.
turn. I can't do anything else.
All right. So the manticore that you just hit is going to shriek out in pain as you hit him. He is going to turn around in the air, and you see his tail kind of rise above his body and flick in your direction.
Is this a deck save or is it just a roll to hit?
It's to hit. Yeah, so that was bad. That's a 18, a
Definitely hits.
14, and a 7.
Definitely hits. Oh, 18 hits, 14 just hits, I think. Unless, yeah, no, 14 just hits and the 7 misses completely.
All right. You take... It's 12 points of piercing damage as spikes fire out of its tail, and one hits you in the thigh, the other one hits you in the lower abdomen.
Oh, that'd be 6 because I'm raging? Was that already half?
yeah, it'll be 6 because you're raging.
Oh, stupid flying cat thing.
And then this one is going to... Let's just see. Yeah, it'll go there.
Manticores? Do Manticores have poison on those? No?
No,
Oh, the last time I fought a Manticore, it did. It must have been a homebrew.
probably. The other one, noticing what's happening, is also going to fly into the air. It's only going to make it to there. This one is also now... where's my flying token? This one's only 10 feet in the air currently.
Cat wants to know how will we survive without water if we haven't stocked up on rations. Doesn't someone have create water?
If I remember correctly,
Yes.
cleric have...
Yes,
water.
he does.
Is that the cantrip or the...
No, that's cost me a spell slots.
And
So you're
Yeah.
Well, you
sucking
should be
grass.
fine.
You're sucking dew from grass, is what you're doing tomorrow morning.
Okay, Craig is drinking the blood of his enemies. What do you... What?
so Craig, that's an 11, a natural 1, and a 21. So I think only one hits you.
Yeah,
As
one
three
hits.
more, yeah, 3 more tail spikes are fired at you. For 9
Reduced to...
halved to
5?
4.
Oh, fuck.
And that is going to be the Manticore's turn. Aldwin, what would you like to do?
Clank, 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 clank. I believe I can get up next to Luca if I go at the angle.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Give me a moment. I'll be right there. That's my turn.
Aldwin's just ringing the dinner bell.
Magna, what are you doing?
That's not me. That's the
Oh yeah, your
my goat.
Cool. So what I'll just do is I'll just add him to the turn.
I was
and
like a
his-
1 or something.
Yes, you were. I'll just give him a initiative of 10.
So you're next, anyways.
Yeah.
But like after the go, so it's not too bad.
That works out well.
Yeah.
You-
This one at the top here, how high is that one?
He's 20 feet in the air currently.
What's the height of the goat?
Not 20 foot.
Craig can
No.
throw the goat if you want.
Probably about 5 or 6 feet at most.
Me on top makes about 10 foot roughly. Okay, it's not enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do I do? Okay, so he gets 40 foot. I'm going to move 10 foot close with him. I can't actually move his token, so I just move mine. So I'm on the goat, but he's moved 10 foot of his movement. And I'm going to throw a javelin at this one at the north.
All right.
I guess that's not going to hit because that's an 11.
11 does not hit, unfortunately.
Uh,
You should have access to the token now as well.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So watching the javelin just fly straight over his head, I am then going to. It would be the rest of the goat's movement. Is that right? Because he's technically in front of me in the initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get him to then charge this way. So I'm kind of steering him, and it's his movement, but then I'm throwing a javelin as we go past, which is
Yeah,
why I missed
100%.
because I'm not used to this movement now.
Luca, what are you doing?
Nothing apparently.
Yeah.
Damn it, my microphone was muted. No, I was gonna say it was like that YouTube videos of people on mopeds losing control and just going into a crowd. Yeah.
Straight into a
Talking
fence
the
or
whole
something.
time. So Luca is just out of range with the bow. So Luca, yeah, we're gonna go over here and then try to hide from this one using a stealth check, and then pop up and shoot it with my bow within 80 feet, which is short range.
Is that one
Yeah.
in the air as well?
He
Yeah.
is. He's 10 feet up now.
So Craig could hit him. He's 8 foot
Yeah.
tall.
If I
Yeah.
roll good, you won't need to.
Well, he's 8 points. He's 8
Oh,
foot 4,
Jesus.
so yeah, he could swing a sword that way.
Stealth of 13. I don't know what his passive perception is. Hopefully he's not wise.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you beat his passive.
Anyway, so I mean, I go down. And I'm like, oh god, that wasn't good. My feet, one of my feet is out. I'm like, oh shit, and I pop out and shoot an arrow. So I have advantage,
Yes, you do.
and I have sneak attack. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I can't wait to. Oh, that's right. I have to roll dice. Oh my god, I keep forgetting I'm rolling dice on this.
February 1 by.
Clackety clack, motherfuckers! I
February
forgot.
1
That's
by.
right.
Get out of chat.
Making all the people in chat angry that we're rolling real dice. Fuck. The best I got is the 10 plus 7 is AC 17.
Hits.
All right, and I do 3 dice, 4 dice of damage plus 4. So that's 12, 13, 17 damage, piercing to this
Alright.
Manticore. Schwack! And then
Yeah.
I move, attack, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And then I'm just kind of like, I look back at Aldwin. I'm like,
I did it!
we did it! Yeah, we did it! Yeah,
Go
that's
you.
right. Oh,
Nicely done.
Ilian, what
That's
are
it
you
for me.
doing?
But I think I'm gonna move over there.
You could fire
run in a zigzag, Elian. He can't hit you if you run in a zigzag.
Yes, he's like a crocodile.
Serpentine.
Brandon Stark.
That worked so well for him.
Do you quickly want to do the math? Because I need 90 feet on him, or do I need to move more forward?
You'll have to move closer, yes.
I feel like your grid isn't exactly right.
Yeah, it's not 100% lined up.
It's close enough.
But let me just use the full movement thing. So would there be fine?
Yeah, there's 30 feet.
Yeah. You know,
Outside.
Juan, send me all your maps and I'll fix them up for you. They'll look great. Don't care what they look like.
Yeah, and then you'll know how to prepare for the encounters.
The grids will line up.
Actually, just don't put the creatures
Nah.
on the map first.
And then gonna throw out Tasha's mind whip at the manticore.
Ooh.
So intelligence saving throw, please.
They are very intelligent, yes.
I hope
Manticores
so.
aren't actually decent though compared to most monsters. Aren't
Yeah,
they?
I
They
was
can
on the
speak
bed.
English. Like they can speak English.
Common.
Common. Yeah, same
Uh,
thing.
Yeah, so that's a 17 minus 2 for a 15.
15 saves. So it
Alright.
takes 7 plus 5 is 12. 12.06.
All right.
They always seem to save against that.
Yeah, it really seems like it.
Oh.
Children saves suck.
Craig, what are you doing?
Hey, they're super effective against Krag. I'm going to. Krag is going to run and then like jump into the air, and he's got mid-air. He's going to pull out the Raven's wing and then just stab it into the back of the Manticore.
All right, go for it. Roll
Reckless
your-
attack. Great weapon master. Need a good dice. $15.
15 hits.
Okay, that's 2d6 plus 5. That's 6 plus 5. And so that's 11. And then I'm going to do another d6 for Divine Fury.
So 21 total so far.
That's 2 plus another 4.
25.
Yeah, and then my second attack, I'm also going to go reckless. Right now, it's the first attack only.
Only first attack, yeah.
Yeah. That is a 14.
14 just hits.
That's another great weapon master, by the way. These are my d6s, 2d6. 7. Well, yeah, it's 7 plus 5 plus 10.
So that's 22, which is enough to get rid of this manticore.
Yeah, so Krag like lands with this blade impaled on its back.
All right.
Oh, nice.
That
Kitty!
manticore comes crashing to the ground. The other manticore. What is it going to do?
Probably sad I butchered its wife / husband.
Yes, it is not very happy with you for killing its mate.
You killed Terry! Oh God, why?
Yeah, so
That
let's
woman owed us money.
let's let's split the attack. So it's going to be one at Craig, one at Magna, and one at Luca. It's going to fire a tail spike at each of you.
Oh God.
So Craig 7 is going to miss. Magna 24 is going to hit, and Luca 20 is going to hit. Not natural.
I'm gonna. So Luca's gonna look at the spike and do like a Kylo Ren and just kind of go shung, and the spike will just stop in the air.
Vader did it first. Vader did it first.
I cast the shield spell.
Yes.
Oh, Vader just stopped him with his hands. When
That's
Han Solo
that's
shot him.
the end. But to be fair,
Han
that's,
Solo shot him 5 times.
that's a force absorption, which is a cool technique. I wish it was used more. You can stop a fucking lightsaber with that.
Magna, you take 9 points of piercing damage as spike slams into your shoulder.
Okay, possibly unpopular opinion though. The best Vader scene we've ever seen is probably in my opinion, Star Wars Fallen Order, Fallen Jedi or whatever. Him showing up in that game was.
Squirrel.
And
Stay on target. Stay on target.
So I'm gonna head to
D&D.
there.
Mm-hmm.
No black cloaked figures in my head right now, and That way would help.
Yeah, 60 feet, 20 feet up.
20 feet up. That's a good point. Cool. So I will Guiding Bolt.
All right.
For 25.
Points of damage?
25
shit.
definitely hits for 11 radiant.
11 radiant damage, and next attack has advantage.
It's shiny.
The manticore kind of resembles a overgrown lightning bug right now.
And I will. That's my turn.
Hey,
Look, it's
Magnar,
shiny Pokemon.
hey Magnar, I got this.
All right. What is Ramstein doing?
I can leave it if you want.
Oh, no, it's okay. Do what you
So,
need to do.
40 foot, which
Agner needs the advantage. Let him have it.
is there, I believe.
Yep.
So he's going to get me to there. Can I have Ramstein basically bump me off, and I'm going to jump as well? And I want to jump and try and stab this thing right in the face.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a 30-foot jump with your boot, so easy enough to do.
God about that.
Okay, so
The
yeah,
landing he's got to get afterwards. That's the issue.
Hey, as long as he lands on top of the manticore to break his fall.
But the idea is I want to jab it in him and just kind of hold on to it.
Yeah, do what Craig did. Cool.
So yeah,
Make the
I'll
roll.
attack, and it's advantage, right?
It is
Yeah.
advantage.
At advantage, yes.
And this is with my Talon sword. First one's only an 8, which is not great. Oh, but it's still better than that one. So that's only a 13.
13 misses.
I thought that was going to happen.
Sucks.
So like a missile, I am going to drop out of the sky like a fucking stone, and I guess just slam into the ground.
All right, Magna. You take 10 points bludgeoning damage
Fuck.
as
That was
you
more
hit the
than he
ground.
did.
It's
Under the
raining
manticore.
dwarves!
Uh,
Oh wait, that's Magnar.
You're right, Luca. You've got this.
Really? You got this? Are you sure? yeah.
Oh, that would
So I'll
hurt
ta-
Magnar even more. 'cause
The
armor.
advantage has gone away, John, at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll take a knee and I'll pull out one arrow, lick the feathers like Robin Hood did, and just do a steady aim shot. 1, 2, 3, which gives me advantage. So if I don't move,
Yeah.
and I'll take the shot.
It's gonna even out to a straight roll.
No,
You're
I'm within
seven-
80 feet. I'm within 80 feet. My short bow is 80 feet minimum range.
Yeah, he's 20 feet up.
Seriously? Okay.
So it's gonna. I'm
What,
gonna
we're doing
say.
diagonals? That's bullshit.
That is 72 feet though. If you take 20 up
Did,
and
did,
then
did, did you go work it out?
yes, I did.
I'd like to say that I'm up on a hill and therefore I'm at the same level as the man. But anyway, it's fine. Okay, no, I'm not going to.
No. It's fine. You can have your advantage.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I don't want you.
Yes.
You seem angry. You know.
It's just a brotherly rivalry.
No, that was just bad math in my head.
So the best I have is AC 15
15.
with
15
advantage.
hits. Yes, it is.
Oh god. +4, so that's shitty roll. 10, 11, 15 piercing damage.
All right, it is still up.
Die, motherfucker! Die, motherfucker!
And that's it for me. I got nothing else.
All right. Ilian, what are you doing?
I'll reach out a hand and wisdom save, please, for Toll the Dead.
All right. One of his better saves, actually. That's going to be a 13, which I think fails.
That fails. That's 2d12, right?
Ding dong.
Ten,
Eight points of
Yes.
Your fifth level, so yes.
So that's 22 points of damage.
Oof. Describe the death of this creature.
He just sees a mirror of his mate like dying to Crag's hands and just goes blank and flops over to the ground.
Okay.
Hopefully missing Magnar.
Firstly, that's mean.
It's a manticore. It deserves it. At least we didn't kill its baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we find it, it's fine. But yeah. Or
The
it's like,
evil, I'm
uh,
guessing.
or we stick
Manticores
it,
are not nice people.
or we stick it in a jar, like that
It
one
does.
Adventure Time.
It
Fruit.
does not fall on Magna, no. So Magna is fine.
Are we
Well,
sure it
that's
doesn't
debatable.
fall?
But yes, that is the end of the Manticores. And
That was
everything-
easier than I expected. I'm worried.
Yeah, I was a lot more scared at the start.
Then again, Manticore, like what? They're CR3, right?
Manticores. Curiosity
We should-
sake,
We shouldn't
are
talk about the
CR3.
CRs of creatures.
Yeah.
This is not in character. But yeah, we should
No,
have
that's
provoked the
fine.
DM.
But yes,
CR is meaningless anyway. So.
Yeah, true. It doesn't. Yeah, I've seen parties beaten the fuck out of by like CR1s.
Because
Like what?
sometimes
The
it does make
shade, the
sense.
shadow is like really low CR. and
I'm
it
going to go
fucks
over
parties.
to Magnar and pick him up and slap him with a healer's kit.
all right, Magna, you get some healing. After
Should brush the dust and
as
dirt out my
you-
beard.
It's a very
Magna-
impressive flight, but
As you are busy cleaning yourself up and being attended to by Aldwin, Adabra does come down from the windmill second story and, you know, is kind of looking around, trying to see if there's any more of these creatures that might be flying around.
I see if there's anything useful in the Manticore. Like,
Yeah. You want to try and loot the Manticores?
yes.
I was going to
Yeah.
say that about this one that I'm next to, but I want to see as well if I can get enough of the skin that I could make like a nice throw for my goat.
Everyone, you get a cloak. You get a cloak.
Why not? He's one of the
yeah.
team now.
Yeah. Easy enough to do. Craig, give me a nature check.
Nature.
Magnar, you got 14 points of health back.
What does
Yeah,
nature
I can
use?
use
It's
that.
wisdom, right?
It would be a wisdom check.
I don't think I have proficiency.
Uh,
in that check.
nature's intelligence.
Is
Fuck!
nature intelligence?
Why is that not wisdom? It should be wisdom.
Yeah. Should be
That's a
wisdom.
fucking 8.
Funnier this way, that's why.
But druids aren't smart. They're wise.
Because I've got the wolf cloak that Magnar gave me, and it's really warm. It's too warm and it's too heavy and it's uncomfortable. But I don't want to say anything, so I just keep wearing it. You know, it's just like I'm just sweating. It's just so warm.
Do
Well,
what
it
you
is-
want. It's your
Magnar, I don't want him to
clothing.
feel badly. Yeah.
well, it is pushing into winter now, so that cloak is coming in handy.
It feels like a
Crag's
furry
just-
It feels like a furry cosplay. It's just all sweat in there. It's
Yeah.
just gross. Yeah.
Crag, since he rolled an 8, just pokes the Manticore with the hilt with his sword over and over again.
Yeah,
You-
you have no idea what can
Oh.
be used on a manticore. You've never seen one before, so it makes sense.
You wait until we're up Icefire, Richard, and Jean says, "Oh, you don't need to make a con save because you're warm in your wolf clothes."
Puny,
and I'll be like, thanks for this wolf cloak. You know, it's finally
puny
coming in
halfling
handy.
human and dwarf needing clothes for the cold. Imagine
With
not
no
having
boot-
natural cold resistance.
And I'll have no boots on, of course. But yeah.
Totally,
That's
a
totally not like I
lifestyle
picked
choice.
Crag because
I
you know.
know.
So yeah,
Imagine needing clothes for mountains.
Lucas says, "Can we approach?" to the windmill, to the lady at the window.
yeah, she's
Windy.
kind of looking like a deer caught in the headlights at this stage, but she does beckon you over.
I'm missing 2 arrows.
And
You want me to do a nature roll for this one over here, Sean?
sure, why not? Yeah.
Crag
I'd,
gets the javelin.
Yeah, we were thinking of stopping by here on our way back from another place, but I'm glad we came now.
Nature is 19.
All right, 19 is a better roll. So, I mean, you did notice that it was firing a couple of spikes out of its tail at you. You could probably try and harvest those.
Okay.
They work as javelins, right?
No.
No.
The teeth look quite sharp, so you could probably try and grab those as well.
Okay. So how many spikes do I get?
Yeah, and yeah, that'll be it with the 19. So you get let's see. You get 20 manticore tail spikes.
Oh,
They
it has
can
a
act,
lot.
you can use them as darts, but they'll do a d6 instead of a d4.
Oh, nice.
And then you get 5 teeth that are still salvageable from the manticore.
Okay. And they can just be used as daggers, right?
You can act. No, they would act as caltrops.
Ooh, caltrops. That's pretty cool. And then just enough hide to put over the goat, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
enough hide to. Well, you'll have to have it tanned and everything, but yes.
Yeah. Cool.
The
Thank you.
vegans are gonna hate Magnar.
Yep.
I mean, Crag wants to eat the manticore, so
There's
like,
no such thing as a vegan in medieval times.
we don't know that.
Probably
Yes,
there was.
They called prey.
I don't know if I
I
said it
thought they
already,
were called
but
poor.
Crag's gonna go grab his lightning javelin.
Yeah. You go off into the distance about 100 feet, and you do eventually find it.
Yeah,
Can
just
I
in a
look for mine?
just in a smoking crater.
Can I look for my one as well while I'm over here?
Yeah. Easy enough to-
Yeah.
But yeah, so after calming down a bit, Adebra does
Listen, Debbie,
thank you guys
calm the
for
fuck down.
thank you guys for coming to her aid at literally the time when she needed it. She didn't expect anyone to be this way for quite some time.
Is this a ruin or is it an actual house?
Who are we sent by? Somebody sent us to come and bring her to town because it's just not safe out here.
Message board.
It was by Harbin Wester.
Yeah, I'm gonna say hi. I'm Luca. Harbin Wester thinks you should come to town. He thinks it's not safe out here. I don't know why he thinks that, but anyway, it's up to you.
Something about a dragon.
What are those piles of rocks outside of the iron fence?
She,
I'm pointing towards the burial mounds.
yeah, she kind of looks over and says that as far as she knows, they are dwarven canes, and some dwarves were buried there quite a couple of, tens, hundreds, maybe even years ago. But
Cool.
on the subject of returning to town, she does tell you that she will probably return to town in the next week or two. She still has some work to be done here. There's still some ingredients to gather for the potions of healing that she makes. And
Can we help?
she says, now with the manticores dealt with, it's not very dangerous work. I mean, most of it she can find, locally. But, I mean, there's no need to concern yourself with that.
Crag is. Can I make a persuasion check to ask her if we can have some of the potions of healing to deal with it? Help deal with this dragon.
Sure, give me a persuasion check.
Does anyone want to help?
Guidance.
Yep. Crag's.
I can help. I'll say my friend Craig has a question for you.
Did that give me advantage?
Sure.
It's a 13.
All right. Yeah, she kind of steps up to you and looks all the way up into you. She's probably about 4.5 feet tall.
So half my height.
Short lady.
Is she a dwarf? Is she a?
No, she's just a very short human.
Like old person short or just short?
Yeah, kind of hunched over. I mean, she's not that old. She's probably in her late 50s.
That's pretty old for medieval times.
Yeah.
Healers tend to live longer than most people
True.
because everyone needs them, and
Because they have value.
yes, they have value. And as she looks up at you, she tells you that unfortunately she can't give any to you, but she is willing to sell them to you at a discount.
Bitch, you're lucky to be alive. Intimidation
He
check.
means thank you.
I'm gonna shake my head. I'm gonna shake my head and roll my eyes, which will give him a disadvantage on his intimidation check.
I'm using my strength. I'm not using my strength. I'm going to use my normal intimidation. So it's
Yeah, this
Yeah,
would be a
I want to.
great charisma roll.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing in D&D? The hinder another action? I'll do that. I'll just roll my eyes and just shake my head. I'll be like, "Don't worry, lady."
Will I take it with disadvantage? Yeah. fuck
Yes,
it.
with disadvantage because I mean the entire or half the party is going against you on this
Well,
one.
I mean, it's either an 18 or a 19.
Oh wow.
I can take a negative score to it since most of the parties disagreeing as well.
No. That's still fine. I mean, so she kind of gets a bit of a fright at that, but she still tells you that she just can't give it away, especially if there's a dragon in the area. Other people
We're the ones going to be killing the dragon.
might
And we
this
need
as
her
well.
help later on.
Yeah. First boy
Future Crag will thank you. If
Future Crag
President
isn't real
Crag-
yet.
Anyway, madam, if you'd like, we can come back in a week to escort you back to town if you like.
Yeah, she tells you that in about a week and a half, she should be done with all her preparations and have a couple of more potions of healing ready. And if you are in the area, you can escort her back there. That would
Crag
be-
is
Fair.
developing a hatred for shopkeepers. First Barthen not giving him the dragon wing, and now this.
But yes, so she does have potions of healing and potions of greater healing available. After the intimidation check, the price has gone up a bit. She was going to give you a bit of a discount, so it's back up to the standard price.
Fuck you.
So it's 50 gold for the potions of healing and 500 for the greater.
I'll take a potion of healing
Hey,
for
Luca.
50 gold.
Hey, Luca.
Yeah,
Plan number 3.
yeah. Plan number 3. What is that? The one where we buy potions at a higher price because you're a lunkhead? Come on.
No, it's the one where I throw her at a wall and we just take them.
And who gives us potions next week?
No, bad,
plan
bad,
2 is we
Craig,
just murder her and
bad.
take them.
Think about what you said.
No, I don't do thinking.
Oh, stand in the corner.
No. Crag walks outside and just starts kicking the Manticore corpse.
Yep. It's 100%. Anyone
And-
else taking a potion?
I'm just taking one. Yeah.
I would have had it not gone so badly. Crag is too stubborn to buy one off her now.
Yep.
I apologize, guys. I had to do it for the memes.
Yes. It's fine. So,
Fucking shopkeepers and their fucking stupid prices.
yeah, looking into the windmill itself, you do see, a small alchemy lab set up, and just inside the door, it looks like a travel bag is there. She was probably, getting ready to head out to go get some more supplies for crafting the potions when these things attack.
Crag is gonna drag the Manticore corpse around behind the house and then prop it as if it's standing up. He's gonna use like a few branches he finds around just to make it look like it's standing on its own.
So what is the next?
Yeah, so basically from here, the Dwarven excavation and Nomengard are about equal distance away.
I'll ask if she knows about either of those two sites. If she's heard anything, seen them people come past here in the last week or so.
So she did a couple of weeks ago. Some dwarves passed, heading out to the Dwarven excavation. There was apparently some temple that's been uncovered. She's not sure to who, but they were prospectors and they went out that direction to go see what they can find.
Okay.
The gnomes of Nomengard, what she knows about them is not much. She knows there's some They've got some strange magic over there. They also are quite adept at magic, and some very good inventors apparently.
Handy folks to know against dragons, then.
Yes.
And we can play gnome darts. Joking, mostly. Although if they try charges for shit,
I'm interested in finding out
Yeah. So
what this
so
other
but
church is. What about
so
you,
both-
Aldwin?
Yeah, I'm not. Well, we'll find out, won't we? It's-
so both of them are about 10 miles from here.
I'm saying we can do that in a day.
Well,
I
we've already
vote.
travelled part. I vote do the duels first, and then we might be able to, if we're quick, might be able to stay with the gnomes tonight.
Over
Yeah.
If we're not, then we've got time to speak to them tomorrow about what we might need them either to provide from what they've got or what to make, possibly.
Doesn't if the dragon doesn't eat them by then.
Yeah, doors first for sure.
See what this temple is they found.
Sounds kind of biased, Magnar.
You're too stupid to reason with. It's fine.
Hey,
He was talking to the goat. It's all right. It's fine.
No, I was going to say,
I
is it
laugh,
the
you
goat
know
or is
I
it
have
Crag? It's
intelligence
hard to
of
know.
8. I know what I'm doing.
The
Greg,
goat just
I
says to me in
urge
my
you-
mind, he's a dumbass, isn't he?
Crag's gonna eat them. Crag rolls to attack the goat. No, just kidding. You can't do it the Ramstein.
All right.
Can't
So
eat Crag because he's sentient.
yeah, I mean, you guys, if you set out now for the excavation, 10 miles should take you a good couple of hours to get there. But you'll get there way before nightfall. You'll get there in the mid-afternoon.
Yeah, my vote's towards the temple of the two this time around.
Yep, me too.
All right.
I'm just happy to
Everyone
follow.
happy with the...
Once he has something to kill.
Is there enough room on the giant goat that I could offer Luca a ride so that Luca wouldn't be so tired?
Yeah, I'd say both of you could fit on the goat.
A giant goat that also has a manticore hide draped across it.
Yes.
Um,
It is
I mean, it's rolled up right now, like ready to
I
stand.
will always walk upwind of that goat.
yes. Easy. Give me a survival check.
That's
Oh,
probably a
darn it.
good idea anyway.
And guidance, because I really don't want to be walking down into that. Survival. There it is. 20.
Yeah,
Damn it.
easy enough to do. You manage to keep upwind from the goat most of the time.
You barely even notice I'm doing it. I just happen to be this side this time. Oh, we're back over here now. Just keeping an eye out. That's all I'm doing.
Especially if there's a
Alright.
giant shit next to the tent.
So yeah, you guys make your way to the excavation site. Let's get to that quickly.
Ooh, new map.
Yes, new map.
Likely we're going back into caves. Yay.
Oh god, it's all black.
Don't worry, it'll fix itself now. There we go. Where'd Craig disappear? There he is.
I'm here.
All right. So you eventually make your way to a rocky canyon where the walls rise to a height of about 80 feet. At the end of the canyon, you see a 20-foot high wall of black stone that has a broken gate carved into it, with one stone door hanging precariously by a hinge and the other door missing.
Is that all supposed to be broken like that?
Wasn't me.
Oh yes, Crag the Door Slayer.
He has to be able to kill something.
Oh, would we have gotten a short rest before traveling? No, probably not.
No, you wouldn't have.
Are any of us badly injured, or is
Luca-
Crag's missing half his hit points?
I'm missing 10 hit points. I'm fine. I was just wondering.
Luke, as you start making your way ahead there, you can see that beyond this gate, in the shadows of a great mountain to the east, lies a ruined settlement.
Sorry, to the east, beyond the doors, inside there is a ruined settlement, or outside of the.
Yeah, inside the doors.
I investigate the doors to see what might have broken them.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Help, please.
Guidance.
Can I do one too?
Yeah, do it separately because you have an intelligence score of less than -1.
Separately from the barbarian.
I'm going to command the goat to go and wait there for us.
That's not terrible. That's a 15.
All right. Luca.
19.
All right. With a 19, the hinges appear to be time worn.
So it
Does
just
not
collapsed
look
itself.
like they. Yeah, it does not look like they were damaged in any way.
Where's the missing door, though?
It's
That's what
lying
I'm-
next to the wall.
Oh.
So it's just an old ruin.
Yes.
And there's supposed to be dwarves living here, or they've reopened an old mine. What's going on here?
I say, does it look like it's dwarvish made? And I'll ask Magna that as well.
I'll help check.
Yeah. So I mean, Magnar, giving it a look over, the architecture does definitely appear to be dwarven.
Yeah, this would be dwarves for sure.
You've no idea of a settlement that should be this way?
Honestly, I kind of know very little south of Neverwinter. This is kind of the first time I've ever trekked down this way.
So not part of the pact then that you're aware of? This is... Okay.
No,
Magna-
nothing that I'm aware of, I don't think.
I give the door a little
Give
kick
me
as he walks
Give
in.
me a history check with disadvantage.
Okay. What's history? Okay. Sorry. Let's bring this back down.
I guide you and see if you can really remember this from your stuff. I'm allowed. I may not be allowed.
What the hell? Rolled the same thing twice. Okay, guidance. Hang on. Well, that's good though.
Where would this be on the world map in relation to Fandolin?
This would be southwest.
West, wasn't it? Yeah, you said so.
Southwest, so in the Sword Mountains area?
No, not that far west.
So we're close.
You're at the southern tip, basically.
Was the 16, Sean?
So
Alright.
would Crag be familiar with the area, having come from the mountains?
No, you would not.
Not this specific area, but the layout of the land nearby.
So, Magnar, yeah, with a 16, you are not sure of the settlement's name or anything along those lines. Looking around, it does look like quite a bit of rubble has been hauled away from this area. And given the location, it was most likely due to an avalanche.
Can you see track marks?
Yeah, you can see track marks heading away towards the west.
Well, yeah, I really don't know anything about this place, but looks like from what I can tell here, they were dragging away rocks and stuff. Seems there was some sort of collapse.
Are these walls black stone or are they blackened, like charred?
They're made of a black stone.
Could be just being dragged to make another settlement then, I guess. And this... does it look like this was recent? Or does it look like this was a while ago?
Give me an investigation check.
I do well on those. Guidance and that's a 9.
All right. With a 9, we'll give you that you do find a couple of bones, and given your background, they are definitely dwarven.
Okay.
They seem to have been crushed. You do, however, find signs of a recent campfire.
Wait, these tracks, how big are they?
It looks like it's from a cart or something.
There's no footprints around nearby?
There's a couple of footprints.
Can I make it in survival check to see if I can?
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Well, the fire we expect because there should be prospectors here.
Let's say 13.
I say if it was old, I'd wonder if it just been people just scrounged it for parts in passing.
It's a 13 on the
Use it.
survival check.
With a 13, they appear to be dwarvish.
Oh. Footprints are dwarven.
Survivors headed out then.
I'd say they probably just headed further in.
Is there anything in these houses that were settlement buildings? I don't know if they're houses.
No, this place was ruined years ago. I think this is.
Yeah. So going through the buildings, and I mean, they almost completely broken down to the foundation at this point. They appear to have been thoroughly ransacked. You do not see too much of value in them.
Is this the ruined campfire?
Sorry, say again.
Is this circle the ruined campfire? Like the old campfire?
Yeah. So that looks like a recent campfire.
How, as part of that survival check, and Craig have seen how can you gauge how recent?
Yeah, you'd probably say in the last 10 days or so.
I've been here at least within the last 2 weeks.
What are we seeing at the end of this canyon?
As you get to about there where Craig is, you do, Craig, you do not understand Dwarvish, do you?
No.
Right, you do hear two voices coming from the west.
I hear something.
And it sounds like they are arguing with each other. One voice is definitely male. The other one is definitely female.
Hey,
I'm just gonna look up from my book for 2 seconds and just be like, before you run away, I'm just gonna touch Craig to give him gift of alacrity.
Grand. That's the advantage, or is it the D8?
D8.
Good.
Having Craig point this out, can I try and listen and see what I can hear?
So, Magnar, give me a perception check. Just let's see how.
Can I listen to that as well?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Perception.
So both of you can give me perception checks.
16.
All right.
19.
All right. So Alduin, you would catch most of it, but between you and Magnar, you are able to piece the conversation together. It sounds like the voices are arguing about whether or not they should go back into the temple. The other one says that, but those things are still in there. I'm not going back in there while they are still in there. That's the male voice. The female voice seems intent on going back into the temple to see what she can find.
Share a glance at Bagger and go there. Sounds like we got here just in time again.
Yeah.
One coincidence.
Do you
Timing
guys want to just hang back for a second? I'll try and talk to him. See what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
I put my bow around my neck and just kind of wait.
How far away are they?
So let's see, where did you move? So yeah, Magnar, as you move to about there, you just over there catch a glimpse of a person behind one of these piles of rubble.
Where are they on the map?
And you weren't trying to be sneaky at all, so...
No, and as I walk up, I'll be like, in Dwarvish, I'll just say, we come in peace, we're here to help. Is everything okay?
Yeah, so you do see the female figure step around the corner, and it is a dwarf. Her eyes kind of light up the moment she sees you and, recognizes your holy symbol. And she claps you on the shoulder and says that finally someone's here who can help her get rid of the things that are in this temple. They need to get back in there. There's work to be done. After a second, another dwarf steps around the corner. This one male. You can see he's trying to keep his distance. He's just kind of suspiciously eyeing you up and down.
First of all, I'm Magnar, and this is my group of friends. We're here to help if we can. Who or what is in the temple? And what is the temple for?
So, They tell you that they haven't made it too far into the temple. They basically just made it into the main room. And they were working on one of the pillars, which they found to be hollow, when they heard a dripping sound coming from behind them. And when they looked up, they saw this yellow-orange goo beginning to drip down from the ceiling. And
Slimes.
as they ran out, they heard a loud plop, like something big hitting the floor. And that is basically what they know. They haven't gone back into the temple for the last 3 days.
Who is the temple for?
Let's see. I will tell you now. So yeah, you can also see this as you look.
Hope it's not Dumathoin, otherwise we'll never hear the end of it. Dumathoin again.
As you look at the
Dumathoin.
statues, you see cut into the facade of the walls over here. You see 2 statues of dwarves that seem to be flanking the door. They've got an evil grin on their face.
Oh, it's Dwarf Petra. It's Dwarf Petra. This is great.
Give me a religion check with advantage.
This is not going to go well.
You're a paladin. You should know this shit.
Mm-hmm. Religion advantage was...
So paladins are like the lay members in churches who are super fervent but not super smart. Like,
Hey, is that done, bro?
22.
Sorry, how much? Was
22
it?
total.
Good stuff.
2. Yeah, you immediately recognize the deity. It is Abathor, also known as the dwarven god of greed.
One of the classics, I see.
Would you be a follower of this god, or are you just here and found the temple?
So yeah, both of them kind of chuckle at that, and they tell you that no, they are historians. They are merely documenting the temple, trying to see what can be found here and learned about the collapse that happened here.
What was the god's name again?
Abathor. How many of you are here?
It's just the 2 of them.
Well, I would suggest if you two were to stay in this main chamber behind us. Aldrin, you know of Abathor?
Do I know of Abathor?
Give me a history check.
Has this ever been talked about around the campfires? Guidance, history. Shoot.
Or,
It's kind of like
14.
Mammon, right? Touch the hand of Abathor.
Sorry, how much?
14.
Yeah, so yeah, you wouldn't know too much about him. You would know the basics. He's known as the Great Master of Greed. His symbol is a jeweled dagger that points down. His domains include trickery. But that's about it that you would know.
We still have the jeweled dagger?
He's sneaky. Don't trust him. He's the god of greed. You know, it's not a good thing.
Well, it seems that we would have possibly more of those slimy things that we fought back in the last caves, or in the temple. So, if you want to do some,
slash.
Yeah, if you want to do some, clearing out, we can always go and do this.
Yeah, with that, they kind of discuss in a hushed voice amongst themselves, and they say that if you are able to clear out the temple for them, they will give you this, and they reach into their pockets, and each one takes out a matching stone. It's a smooth stone. It looks carved with matching runes.
Crag would gesture for Alien to come up because it looks magic. His runes.
Can I look at the rocks?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Guidance.
Thank you.
We get a sign made up and just hold it up the whole way through.
Oh, okay, that's a critical fail. So does that mean anything? Because it's a total of 8 without the guidance.
No, there won't be anything with that. You're just not able to identify them just by looking at them.
Well, there's stones.
What do they do?
Oh shit, Sherlock.
In Dwarvish, I'll ask the Dwarves what they do.
They tell you that these are called sending stones. You can use them to communicate over great distances.
Walkie-talkies. Great.
Yes.
Nice.
D&D version of walkie-talkies.
Magna, kind of surprised, but also kind of not surprised, just looks at Aldwin when he starts talking. Like, I should have known, kind of thing.
Thought you'd figured that out by now.
Never come up. It's never
Crag's
come
just
up.
gonna like gesture and because obviously he hasn't heard the door speak common yet, so he's just gonna put his hands up in the air, just like
Walkie-talkies,
Yeah,
I would have said in common.
Yes.
I'm not in a I'm not threatening way. He's gonna step towards the temple just to look.
So I'll say now in common to them too. If you do want to step out here and keep yourself safe, we'll go and try and clear this problem out.
Yeah, so they tell you that they'll go back to their, as they call it, their main camp, which is just outside these inner walls. There where you guys found the burnt out campfire, and they will basically wait to hear back from you there.
Cool.
We have something to discuss as well when we get back.
I
we
will
could- so we
vigilant
know it's on
listen
now.
on Luca, and then if everyone wants to huddle up close, I will Eyes of Night before we head in.
Well, we don't know. Well, it seems lit up in here, so.
Yeah, so that's just with natural light that's coming in currently.
Oh right.
But yeah, I mean,
Goggles.
if Aldwin is going to be casting Eyes of Night, I'm not going to change the dynamic lighting.
Yeah, I'll just see this dark, what looks to be a dark temple. It's just like, yeah, we can just see. Let's just get that
And
out
you
of the way.
cast Vigilant Blessing. Is that the initiative thing?
That's the initiative thing on you, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
I still have the D8 initiative, don't I?
Yeah, for 8 hours.
So Crag is gonna go up to the doors, see they've already been kicked down, look really sad, and then just walk through.
Yeah, so Craig, as you get up to those first set of doors, you see that hammered into the ground are sets of spikes that are holding open the doors.
No, so they're open, they're not knocked down.
Yeah,
Right.
they
Stop.
are-
Yeah.
They are held open by spikes that have been driven into the ground.
Do they? No. I assume they don't look dangerous.
No, it's literally just like a piton that's driven into
No,
the
right.
ground, kind of like a doorstop.
So Crag's gonna carefully walk through the door.
Yeah, you can also see that towards the north there is a section of the wall that is swung open.
I'll grab him just before he starts walking through and be like, "Don't forget, look up."
Oh yeah. Crag looks up.
Craig looks up. He sees the roof.
Is there slimy stuff on the roof?
No, wait up.
There is no slimy stuff on the roof. No.
Okay.
Just because those stars, what are these things?
So those are the dwarven statues that form part of the facade of the front of this temple.
Look, Crag's because the spikes there, Crag's gonna look behind the door. Does it look like there's like some sort of mechanism behind them to like slam them shut?
Not that you can see. No.
He's gonna just slowly keep walking forward, keeping an eye around out for the slimy things because he doesn't want to get dropped on.
All right. You do not, give me a perception check.
Oh, anyone want to help?
Well, I'll be looking as well, so you can.
Yeah, I'll just take. Do you want to just roll it yourself? Just because you probably have a high wisdom.
make these ones individually. Anyone
Yeah.
who wants to.
Okay. I'd definitely be looking because we know what's in here.
So,
I'm looking around.
That's 10.
15.
All right. Cool.
20, 20, dirty 20.
All right. So on the ceiling, Luca, here above the altar, you can see in the far west,
Oh, that's a big one.
kind of squashed against, trying to flatten itself out above the altar on the roof. You do see one of these jellies.
All right, so I'll reach out and put my hand on both the dwarf and the Goliath, and I'll say, "Stop! Look above the altar! Look above the altar!"
Okay,
And
so
with Luca pointing it out, you do see it doing its best to act inconspicuous.
I'm just gonna just
It's crawling casually.
Crag's gonna reach into onto, I suppose, I don't know what it will be, but the thing he has holding his javelins, and he's just gonna carefully pull one out. Well, two. He's gonna pull two, and then just gesture to Luca to shoot it, because pop.
Yeah.
We fought these before, so I assume we know that they don't really care about being sliced and stuff.
So seeing
if we can-
Craig pull out this, I'm gonna be pulling out a javelin as well, and then gesture with my hands, are we 3, 2, 1 kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all on one.
I get an arrow out and I'm ready to shoot. I would say don't go into the room unless you have to, because I bet there's probably more of these things.
Oh yeah, we can keep it back. That's
Just stay back here if we can.
yeah. Me and Magna are gonna block the door and then throw javelins. I think Crag has
Alright.
6 of them, so yeah.
So you guys can roll initiative then.
Wait, does it know we're here?
Yes.
I think
Oh.
so.
So why is I'm surprised it hadn't come for us first? Wasn't sure.
So nice thing about these jellies is they have blind sight.
Ah. Luke is going first.
No, it's higher than that. I rolled it so I have a thing. Oh shit.
Come here, you big pile of custard.
What's this custard you speak of?
It's just
It is a
powder stuff.
Alduin,
It's a
you should
delicacy.
know. It's a traditional dwarven dish.
Yeah.
Well, halfling too.
Craig, you did add your 8, right?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. D8. Where's my D8s? What's a D8? Oh, here it is. That's an 8, so that'd be 15.3. So Crag's just after he's in.
All right, I just need to edit your one quickly. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, we've got everyone on initiative. All right, Luca, you get the drop on this jelly.
All right, I'm gonna do steady aim
Mm-hmm.
so that I get advantage, even if it notices that I'm here. And Jesus, 9 plus 7 is AC 15.
15
16.
hits.
I think it has less than. No, 8
said
plus
9
7.
plus 7.
9 plus 7 is 16. Thank you.
Yeah, that still hits.
Dwarven God of Greed is making you better at math. 10, 15, 18, 22 piercing damage from a non-magical weapon.
Some decent damage that time.
Yes.
But yeah, it does
4,
take
5,
the
6.
full damage. It kind of quivers as your arrow sticks into it, and it just floats there in the goo on the ceiling.
All right, let him have it.
Do your thing, magic man.
Ilian, what are you doing?
I'm gonna wave my arms around, and it's gonna look like a.
Like you just
It's
don't care?
like a key that's coming from Crag's back, and I'm just gonna wind it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna say, "Go, Barbie, go!" And I'm gonna cast haste on Crag.
Nice. Love the description. I love it.
Does that mean I get 4 attacks now, right?
No.
You get
3.
one extra attack.
One extra.
Yeah,
one
you don't
extra
get an
attack.
attack. It can only be one attack can only be made with it. But I think you get an AC increase as well, don't you?
Two,
Yeah, it's a plus
Plus
2.
2.
When you said about waving your arms around, all I thought of was, the wacky wavy inflatable man. Like,
Inflatable robots. Yeah.
Craig, it is your turn.
Gotta go fast! And Crag is going to just windmill 3 javelins at the thing.
Cool, go for it.
This is like rapid fire javelins. It's a 16 plus 2.
Yeah,
So it's an 18 plus, that's a 13 plus 2, so a 15 and a 13.
All 3 hit.
Yay. So it's 3d6 plus 2 each.
So plus 6 to whatever you roll.
5. 5 plus 6. So that's 11 plus 5. That is 16 plus 6. It's 22 points damage.
22. Cool. It is
It's still up.
it is barely holding on.
And then Crag's just gonna go. Nah. He's gonna stand still. Shake it.
Alright.
Very, very, like, vibrate.
Coffee high.
Magna,
like
what
Well,
do you do?
flash.
Come at me, bitch.
I drew the javelin to throw it, so I'm going to lob this if I can. If I can. Okay, so I throw it and it hits Craig in the back.
You can't hit me. You're on point. You can't hit me in the back.
So
I can with
yeah,
a natural 1.
Nah, you're like at the same level as me.
So Magna, you kind of pull back to throw this javelin, and you've seen those videos of the people knocking themselves on the back of the head with a javelin.
Yeah.
That's basically what happens. No damage, but it kind of clatters to the ground.
I just
around
poked
there.
Luke in the face.
I turn around to Luke like, what did you hit me for?
Oh,
God
All
damn
right.
it.
The jellies now go.
But do it actually, with a javelin, do you get 2 attacks? Still?
If you get 2 attacks naturally, yes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
but then I'll try and throw a second javelin then.
Cool.
I always thought a javelin was just one attack.
just pull this one out of me and use it again. So yeah.
You lob Luca with it.
Okay, maybe I could do that. I don't know about Crag. Crag, maybe.
That one's a 16 this time.
A 16 definitely hits.
4 damage.
The jelly starts hitting the ground in pieces, kind of covering the altar.
Gross.
That's
But
disgusting.
Now, the other
Oh,
one
we're gonna-
goes.
Here comes more jelly.
So 5.
I'm just thinking of the movie, was it The Goo or whatever?
15,
That really
How many?
old horror movie with the red slime.
20. So coming
How
down
many
from,
javelins does Crag have?
I have 6.
coming down
Oh,
from
okay.
the south there, you do see another jelly pop into view, but he had to dash.
That's
That's
good.
all he can do.
I don't
Onward,
think you're ready
punching.
for this, jelly. I don't think you're ready for this.
Wow.
Yeah, the
I'm
blob, that's
just
what I was
going to
talking about.
sacred flave it as it's there. DC 15 dex save, please.
All right. I don't
I
think
might-
they're good at Dex. No, they're not.
Wow, that damage roll. Good lord.
But that was a 20 minus 2, so 18.
Fine. I mean, it was only been 2 points damage anyway, because that's the I rolled appallingly on damage.
And like what
Um,
Allison says, it doesn't
You
take
know,
half that much.
you take when you take jelly and drop it on a table,
Quivers.
it kind of just wobbles like that. And
Blubbity blubbity blub.
you
It is
see
like
the-
Dorman cuts it. Blimey. Okay. I'm just going to keep an eye out behind us in case something comes along. But otherwise, that's my turn.
All right. So then it is back to Luca.
I guess I'll do another steady shot. I'm just becoming a turret over here. See if I can roll higher than 9 to hit today. That'd be nice. Oop. I had a tiny dice tower. It's hard to hit it. This time I rolled a 17 plus 7 is 24. That's gonna hit.
That's definitely gonna hit.
And it's 10, 13, 14 plus 4 is 18 piercing damage.
All right.
Schlack!
You now see another arrow kind of bobbing in this jelly.
Question.
Ilian, what are you doing?
If you stab with a sword, is that piercing damage or is it still slashing?
Yeah, it's still a slashing weapon.
It's still a slashing weapon.
I will.
Aren't great swords floppy? Like you try to stab someone with a great sword, it'll just bend.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just a big floppy thing. It's you know,
Uh,
it's only slightly tumescent. Yeah.
I will then use.
This is fantasy. Fantasy greatswords are really heavy. They're made of solid steel.
I'll just
And
use
some
it to Toll the
yeah.
Dead on him.
And they have like blunt ends too. Yeah.
all right, that is a wisdom save. Yeah, that's gonna fail.
Hey.
Go away, dice.
It did take damage, right? I can't see from where I am.
Yes, he did.
So that is 10 plus 5, so 15 damage.
All right, 15 points
necrotic.
necrotic.
Yeah.
Craig, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna poke it with like a javelin.
Yeah, poke him.
It's a reckless attack. The 17 plus things.
17 plus things is enough.
Yeah, and then it's a d6. That's a 5. I'm going to do another d6 of radiant. That's a 4. So it's a 5 plus 2, so it's 7 plus 6. So that's 13 points of damage.
All right, it's enough. More than, or well, just enough to take down this jelly as it kind of loses its integrity and starts, running over your shoes.
Ew.
All right, Magnar, what are you doing?
There's more?
Oh, you don't know. I am going to hold an action to attack whatever gets in range with my sword.
All right.
I'm basically expecting something to jump out at us again.
Yep. Aldwin.
I'm doing the same, but with a Toll the Dead.
All right. It's just.
Oh, it's going to try consume us.
We're just. Are we doing the Avengers pose where we're all like in a circle, like pointing our weapon?
Yeah.
Yes, probably.
Moving
Where did
out
Alien go?
of the north
Oh,
side of the
God.
room,
Moved back.
all the way to there
It's
where
not your
you-
turn.
Here comes a cube. I'm
No,
Joey.
in my turn, I moved back.
So, Luca, Magnar, Craig, if you guys could give me
No.
dex saves, please.
No. Because as it comes at me, I'm going to do the thing.
The thingy thing.
The thing.
Do we
Do you
perceive
pull
it
down
as
his
it comes at
monkey?
us?
Yeah, you do, because the moment it starts moving, you can see it coming.
Yeah, that's
You
bring up
faced
the brass
one of
knuckles.
these.
That's as the
before.
custard gets pushed out the way as it approaches.
Yeah. So, Craig, you can give me a D8 if I remember correctly.
What's that say? Armor
The
of
dexterity
Agathis.
saving throw, you said, yeah?
Oh, right. Okay.
I cast Armor of Agathis, apparently.
Right, so you cast it at base level, which is first level.
that
You
sucks.
get 5 temporary hit points, and anything that attacks you takes 5 points of damage.
Plus, it moves. Since it moves through me, that counts as an attack, right?
No, it does not.
Oh.
It needs to be an attack roll.
No.
Uh,
I got 12.
I should have just used my
12.
reaction to hit it.
Magnar, you save. You are pushed into that little alcove over there.
15.
Craig,
Do I
15.
still get my
15
attack,
save.
though?
Yes, you would. Luca,
Yeah, here we go. My dexterity saves are really good. It's not going to help him, I feel. Fuck. Total of 9.
right, Luca, you are engulfed.
No!
Let's see. Let's use that one.
Just 17 to attack with a 4 damage.
All right. It,
Also
I'll
needs
get
to
the-
make a wisdom saving throw.
yes.
Sorry.
Magnar, you attacked it with your sword.
I did.
All right, it takes no damage.
I'm just gonna ask if I can make Luca repeat his saving throw with Chronal Shift, please.
All right. You said a wisdom save for the jelly. Yeah,
Yes,
it
please.
failed.
Takes 13 necrotic. No, it hasn't taken any damage, has it?
No, it does not.
Sorry, that's for some reason rolled the wrong one. There should be 2d8.
Oh, sorry. Wait, I was looking at the wrong sheet. He does take damage from your attack, Magna. He does take the 4 damage.
In which case he will take the 13 necrotic because
Yes,
they're taking damage by the time my toll the day went
Yes.
off.
My
The next-
new saving throw, thanks to Alien, is a 13 dexterity.
A 13 is enough. You kind of hug the wall and it
You
passes
just hear
right by
Alien
you.
in your head, like, no, left, step left.
I left or you're left? Which left?
I'll get pushed into Magnar's shield.
Holding an action for an attack. Do you get the 2 attacks or just the 1? Isn't it on a reaction?
Just
Just
the one.
the one.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
All right, Luca, it is your turn now.
Can I attack it from where I am? Like if I'm inside, if I'm inside Magnar's shield?
Yeah, I mean, we'll say you need to, take like half a step to get in there. I'm not going to make you use any movement, but you can get in there.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. So I will just attack normally, and since I have friends next to it, I'll still get sneak attack.
You do.
I rolled a 2. With my rapier, it's a +8 is AC 10.
AC 10 is enough to hit.
All right, slimes FTW.
It is just a big square.
Slimes and jellies. 9, 12, 15. 8 plus 4 is 19 plus 1 gets the magic rapier. 20 piercing damage.
All right.
I just realized I do
Definitely
1
hit
extra
it.
damage now. I forgot I had a +1 weapon.
Anything
Nice.
else, Luca?
I'm gonna do bonus action. Yeah, I guess I just stepped here. I'll do bonus action, disengage, and just kind of step back into the puddle of goo. I probably got cleaned up already, but yeah, so that Magnar can get in there.
Yeah, probably
that
got absorbed by the gelatinous cube. It's the gelatinous
Yeah,
cube of
they-
orange in it now.
Yeah, it has, gone from
orange.
a clear, almost kind of whitish color to a more pale yellow.
Someone
It's like
bang the
Graduated up
cube.
from the bottom. Is this all?
It's like a Fanta-based mixed drink, like a Fanta swirl. Yeah.
Someone beat the cube.
Never eat yellow jelly.
Yeah. Alien, what are you doing?
I will reach out and pull a joke on him and try to shock this cube. Shocking
Alright.
grasp. So that is a spell attack. Do I have advantage on it?
You would, yes.
Okay. Well, that's 24 or 24.
That hits.
That's 2d8. 8 plus 1, that's 9 damage.
All right.
And then
Yes,
I
alright.
will take a step back to them.
Cool.
And that's my turn
yeah.
now.
Craig, what are you doing?
I'm going to take 2 swings with the Raven's Wing. And remember to have the 1. Great Weapon Master, breakfast for the person.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still
17.
hasted?
Oh, yeah, 3 swings. 17.
17 hits.
Natural 20.
Yeah, hits.
And another 17.
Hits.
So I'm going to just do
So
2d6.
that's 30.
30 damage. Yeah, 30 damage straight off the bat. That's, so for the first one, that's 3 on the dice plus 2 plus 1. So that is 6. Doubled. So
Alright.
that's 12. Then the second attack, that is 12 double, so that's 24. And on the third attack, that's 12 again. So that's
No need for me to do the math.
yeah, Crag just like
Jeez.
Crag just turns into a whirlwind with his sword and just slices it up.
It's like when they bring out Jello at the old folks' home, they just destroy that shit. It's
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Craig is an 80-year-old lady with a spoon at this stage.
Trying to get to the fruit at the bottom of the Jello, you know, just
Like there's no pile
Wow.
of gelatinous cube at the end, like, you know, they kind of melt. It's just splattered all over the walls.
But yes, it does grow quiet in the excavation site again.
I think that was 30
Then
damage.
just like
Plus,
counting
that
down
was
from
that
50.
was like 70 damage in one turn as a level 5 barbarian. I didn't even
Craig
do my
gonna-
Divine Fury.
Is Craig gonna like throw up and shit himself when the haste ends? Is that what happens when the haste ends? He just
I do take a point of exhaustion, don't I?
Alien is
Take a
just
point of
Alien's at
exhaustion.
about 22 seconds now.
Wait, is it a point of exhaustion when haste ends?
No, I think you just have a minute of being.
Can't
Just
do
half
take
movement
actions
and
until the
stuff.
next turn or wave. Yeah, you only get like stunned for 1 second.
1 round.
You're stunned for 1 round, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, 6 seconds, 1 round.
Yeah, when the spell ends, the target can't move or take actions until after its next turn as a wave of lethargy sweeps over it.
Yeah, so after that, we'll just say it ends. Would it have ended after that?
Yeah, so I mean, Craig, you walking and looking at this place, you just take a couple of steps and then just face plant.
Yeah, he's just face plants here.
Very
No.
tough. Is there
So,
anything useful in the
Yeah.
cube?
He crapped himself.
No, note to everyone: haste Crag more often.
So as you step into this temple, you can see that there's a altar that's got quite a lot of jelly on it right now. It appears that it might be made out of limestone. And there's a couple of pillars. You can see the one pillar that the dwarves have been working on and kind of chipped into.
Which one is it? This one?
It's the one to the southwest.
So this one here,
Alright,
yeah.
don't smash the other pillars. They might be holding up the roof.
No, Crag is gonna like see where they've been working on it. Like, does it look like there's a grip that you could kind of reach in and pull at?
So, looking at the pillars, that it is definitely hollow in the inside. There's definitely a cavity in there, but there's nothing. As you feel around and look in it, there doesn't appear to be anything in it.
So they were just chiseling away at it for no reason.
Well, there's definitely a cavity, so they were definitely after something.
So
Oh, but
Use
that was
in my-
that was said in Dwarvish. So unless Magna or Aldwin shared that information, you wouldn't know.
can Crag like make an investigation? I'm gonna make an investigation check. It's not something he would do. See
Uh,
if whatever's in there has been taken.
Yeah. So Craig,
as I'm
Xanthia
seeing
suggests
everyone
you
looking
smash the
around.
pillars.
I just want to sit down and start ritually casting Detect Magic.
So I'll make the investigation check. So that's an 8.
Yeah. Craig, you do not find anything inside the pillar.
I'm gonna sort of like I'm gonna just start like meditating and looking around to see if I can spot secret doors or whatever.
All right.
I don't know what kind of roll.
Luca,
like a-
give
The
what?
secret door roll.
Oh, wait,
Like an
Crag,
investigation. Yeah, it's like roll a d8.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
You say what you're doing.
Yes, I look over at Alden.
Guidance. I recognise that word.
I make the kid goggles, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll come over and tap him on the head then.
The guidance is a D4.
All
Yes.
right. Yeah, and then Luca, you can just tell me where you
No.
are investigating.
4 on the dice, plus my
Nice.
investigation of 8 is 12.
All right.
I slip in some goo. I can't find anything.
Yeah, you are more concerned with the goo between your toes at this stage.
Crag's gonna look at the altar to see if there's anything around it.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Seeing
An 8
as-
again. So that's probably a fail. 8.
No, you do not find anything of value on the altar. You try to move it, push it around, doesn't seem to budge.
Seeing from the conversation before what they were trying to do, Magnar's just gonna, motion for Aldrin to come over for a second. Shall we try and look at these pillars and see if we can find what they were looking for? I'm not quite sure whether they should be finding whatever it is.
Not from
That side room has a passageway that leads out too that seems to be collapsed.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
as you look down, it is a collapsed tunnel. Right here in front of you, Luca, there is a pile of rubble that has been stacked in this room. Yeah, there where you are now.
yeah, I can look at the pillars. Sorry.
And I want to, so using my knowledge of like stonemasonry and stuff, and I want to basically investigate the pillars to see if any of them open, or if they don't, where I could make an opening that would be small enough to keep it, strength in the building,
Yeah.
so that we could see what was inside.
I'm just going to aid him in that and guidance.
Give me then an investigation check, advantage plus a d4.
I'm just basically looking and checking over and making sure there's no kind of obvious.
I'm so glad you decided to help, because that first one was a 1.
Roof comes down.
Yeah, basically.
Luca turns around to see everyone else has been pancaked.
Yeah.
Magnar accidentally nudges Crag into one of the pillars and Crag falls onto it, just takes it out.
It's
what was
18
your-
total.
All right, with an 18. The pillar north of you, Magna.
Right.
As you start running your hand around the sculpture work on it, you do find a small little, button that you can depress. And as you do depress it, a section of the pillar kind of moves inward and slides up. And as it does that, tumbling out of the pillar comes quite a few skulls. You immediately recognize them as dwarf skulls.
Mhm.
But in between the skulls, you do see a couple of gemstones.
Don't know what gemstones they are. Or is it just general?
Yeah,
gemstones?
so these will just fall under general gemstones. There's about 15 of them.
General gemstones. And that's all I found around the room.
Yeah. So you wanted to do the rest of the room as well?
I wanted to check each one of the pillars, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you get with checking the pillars.
Do the skulls look like they were? Is it obvious what caused the people to die? Whose skulls they used to be, or is there not enough to go on from?
No, not with the investigation check. You can do a medicine check if you like.
Yes, I will have a closer look at those. Plus the guidance. 19.
All right. Yeah, with a 19, it's just this, the top of the skull. From the jaw up, that's left. It's not much to go on.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have Crag go around and start knocking on the walls. Does anything sound hollow?
Yeah, give me an investigation check. And which wall are you knocking on?
This one up here, sort of the borders, the passageway.
Yeah, cool.
That's actually not bad. That's a 17.
All right, with a 17, this section of wall over here does sound different to the rest.
So, noticing that, can I make a strength check to see if I can just shove the wall?
Yeah, give me a strength check.
What's 5? It's 20, 30.
Yeah, that's more than enough. You shove the wall and it, with a loud bang, it hits against the other side. As the section of wall swings on unseen hinges. And this is
Aizendore!
just way in front of you.
You have been slain! They should have got an advantage on that. It was against his favorite enemy.
Greg, what are you doing?
I found a door.
Good boy.
A dog.
I love
I'm
that.
gonna make a minor illusion of the sound of us fighting slimes to emanate from this area,
Uh-huh.
so that the greedy dwarves outside aren't gonna hear us finding secret doors and openings
Yeah.
and
I love it.
looting treasures and stuff. So it lasts for a minute without concentration. So I'll just set it up. Just set up like an audio loop of like of
Yeah.
Crag going splot, you know, like whatever.
Just the exact same.
The sound of him shitting himself after the haste ended, all of that, you know. So
Yeah. So yeah, Craig, as you get into that section there, towards the east, the tunnel is collapsed, but you do see a door further towards the west.
It's time. Crag
How-
punches the door. Nah,
how
hang
high
on.
hang on. How are we with looting the tombs of? Are we okay with that?
We're not looting, we're exploring.
Okay.
I mean,
How about you,
There's-
Magnar?
there's, I hate to say it, but there's a great sense in irony in the god of
And
greed
robbing
being robbed. Yeah.
robbing the god of greed. I feel I'm with you.
I
on
feel,
that.
I feel like the guy kind of deserves it. If anyone does.
I think any god that decided to keep skulls as a trophy, looking at Crag, but knowing that he tried to take the fucking dragon's head,
Hey!
I don't think it's a good thing, you know.
That's different. That's cool.
Wow. Those are probably burial pillars or something, you know.
Crag's just gonna try to open this door. He's not gonna kick this one for once.
Right, so you try the handle and it is unlocked.
Hey, just opens the door.
Aldwin Elian, are we going in there or what?
Would you say I'm
Think
done
of
with
it.
detect magic, right?
Yeah,
Think
you
of
would have
it.
to take magic up by now.
Oh yeah.
Nothing in this
Oh.
room.
Nothing. I'll give you guys some time to catch up before I open the door for Craig.
Crag, you've been defeated by a door.
No,
You opened it like a simpleton.
no.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah,
so-
actually, no. Actually, having Magnar said that, Crag will shut the door again, then just kick it down for just the fuck with it.
Yeah, the door, slams open and it hits the wall on the other side as it swings open.
That took you so long to open that door. What was going on?
It was a
You
lot,
just
and
failed
Magnar
on that
opened his
door.
fucking
Just-
mouth.
So,
Actually, as they say that, Crag turns around because he still has his great axe. He just pulls that out and just starts cracking away at the door.
yeah, the door never knew what hit it.
It's dead.
Oh, actually, John, I wanted to say as well, I picked up my javelins from the other
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys are always
Hey,
getting back
hey, Sean.
your equipment.
What are the odds this over here is another secret door?
I don't know.
Crag's gonna start
Craig-
knocking on the walls again.
Craig, as you walk into that room and everyone follows you, you can see that there is 3 stone bed frames that stand against the east wall.
Is there anything in the beds?
They stone bed frames.
No, there's no bed. It's just a frame.
Yeah.
Huh.
Craig, give me an investigation check, and I'll say with advantage because you're looking for something very specific and you found one already.
Crack the door, Slayer. 19.
Yeah, enough.
Oh no, it's an 18. Sorry.
Still enough. You
Yeah.
do find another one, and as you slightly push on this one, it does swing open.
Oh. Fear me! You just again.
In this room, you see that a stone font juts out of the southwest wall.
Craig sniffs it.
There's also a stone wardrobe against the east wall.
What's a font? Like a font is like a water font?
Yeah.
Is there liquid in it?
You look in, there's no liquid in it.
Is there anything in it at all?
Dust.
Just normal dust? Not like blood? I'm trying to make sure it's not like blood or
Magical glowing dust.
The true power of
No.
a DM making everyone paranoid.
Yeah, no, I was just making sure it's not like blood or anything. We're in like a dubious, maybe evil gods like temple.
No, nothing. You don't get any heebie-jeebies from it.
Okay, Crag opens the wardrobe.
Craig opens door joke.
Wardrobe.
The wardrobe.
Yeah.
You go to Narnia.
I was just about
Yeah.
to say, does he find a fawn?
He opens it and he goes, "Come on, Magnar, you can come out now."
All right. In the wardrobe, you see suits, rotten remains of 2 suits of red leather armor. Magnar, you would recognize this as vestments that were most likely worn by priests of Abathor.
Does aliens detect magic pick up anything?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. So, seeing the other door on this side of the room, Crag's going to do what Crag does best and shove it open.
All right, so you shove open the door. It does swing open, believe it or not.
Wow.
Oh, there's another
Many
one!
unlocked doors. Do I get anything from a coach as I pass by?
You do not.
I'm assuming
yeah.
they didn't lock these doors because they never expected to get them found.
Yeah. Once again, Crag just pushes open the next door straight through, just like foot extended, kicks it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, what you've noticed so far is that these doors aren't locked. Looks like
There's
for some
nothing here.
reason they weren't locked. You see a rubble-filled room.
Does there look like there's anything amongst the rubble?
Amongst the rubble, half buried, you see what appears to be a dwarven skeleton in the same rotting red leather armor.
Hey, Magnar.
Yeah.
And Crag just points and steps back out of the room.
I investigate. Does it seem like should we say a lackey, or does it seem like one of the higher people?
Yeah, give me a religion check and an investigation check.
Let's do it.
Someone tells me there's just random rooms with random doors just for the sake of making Crag kill doors.
So that would be an 11 and a 3.
11 on the religion or 11 on
Yeah.
the investigation?
On the religion.
All right. 11 on the religion. You're not too sure. Most of the, these leather robes that you've seen, they look kind of similar. The one thing that you do notice is around the skeleton's neck is a silver chain.
Is it the symbol to the god?
Yeah. Do you pull it out? Because he's kind of laying, face down.
This is a skeletal body, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I just rip it off his neck and break it if I have to.
Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't take much force. The spine, kind of crumbles. It is a holy symbol of Abathor. And on the back of the dagger pendant that hangs off it, you see dwarvish runes which translate to greed is good.
Clearly not. As he's doing that, I'm going to start knocking on this wall here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give that one to you.
It's another door.
Another door.
Yeah, Crag's like, move. Like, you walk up to the thing, he just knows. He just pushes it.
When I come back out with the symbol, I'll hand it to Aldwin and be like, "Do as you wish with this."
Right.
But
Craig, as you step there,
Oh, no.
not that one.
A door mimic attacks me.
No, the door mimic only happens at the end of the campaign. It is the big bad.
300
It's like a
HP
giant dimension
mimic.
gate. It's like a dimension gate.
We're actually walking back into Neverwinter, and it's actually the gates to Neverwinter suddenly.
It's like, you killed.
As you round the corner, you walk right into another jelly. 15 to hit.
I'm not still hasted, so yeah, that hits.
Cool. So let me just get it onto the right sheet.
Oh wait, Armor of Agathis.
Just
long
double
does that
check for me.
last?
How long does it last?
I have no idea.
I was
think
about to say, I believe my
I think
detect
it's a
magic's
const-
also out.
Yeah, your detect magic would be out by now. You should know this by now, Craig. You're playing a wizard next week Friday.
I've never. I didn't take Armor of Agathis.
More for you.
Let me check for you.
That's like a warlock spell, isn't it?
No, it's a wizard spell as well.
No, I've never seen anyone but the warlock cast it.
No, sorry, I got it from an item in Richard's game. That's why. Yeah, so that would be
Duration's an hour.
An hour. Yeah, so you still have it up.
So yeah, just ice.
So he's just gonna take some cold damage.
5 points.
You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as a pseudopod hits you just as you round the corner.
Yeah.
And you also take a further. It's 10 plus 2, so 12 bludgeoning and 6 acid.
You motherfucker!
And everyone can roll initiative.
That is a 28. Right now, yeah, 28.
Am I still rolling initiative with advantage?
How'd you? Yes. How'd you get 28 initiative? Good
But
lord.
the D8, I rolled an 8 on. I
Ah,
plus 1, and I rolled a 19. So
Nice.
28.
Cool.
Craig still has some residual energy from the day.
Nat 20 gives me a 24.
Twitch.
It just starts to flare back up like a tiny bit.
Gee, I just can't roll initiative these days.
Nat 1 gives me a 7.
Nice. Who are we
Still
missing?
at the bottom of the initiative order. Good grief.
Magna?
Okay, so I have my character clicked for sure, and I rolled initiative, and it still didn't have me.
No
Roll
problem.
20 hates me.
I'll just add you. What did you get?
7.08.
0.08. Cool. And then we are missing Craig, the man of the hour.
Yeah, 28.
28. Cool.
Yeah.
28. I believe you will go first, Craig. I might be mistaken.
I'd say it's me, yeah. So, reckless attack. First of all, rage. Second of all, reckless attack. That is a nat 1 and a 19. So that is a nat 19 and a great weapon master. So it's a 14 to hit. No, 19 plus.
on a net 1.
No, a nat 1 and an 11. But
Okay.
that adds to a
I was
19.
about to say, yeah, 19 hits.
So I wouldn't actually. Sorry, I'm doing my maths wrong here. It's 11 plus 5 minus 5.
11.
Plus 5. Yeah, it's an 11 actually.
11 still hits.
Yeah, grand. Yeah, so it's 2d6 slashing damage, plus 2d6 magic slashing damage. I don't know if that makes any difference.
Probably not.
No. So that's 4 plus 3. What do I add? It's plus 5, isn't it?
For your rage,
Yeah, no, my strength is it's plus 5, isn't it?
what's your strength currently?
It's I have a plus 3 to strength and I have a plus 2 to,
Yeah, plus 2. Yeah, so plus 5.
yeah, so plus 5. So that's 4 plus 5, so that's 9 plus an additional d6 radiant damage from Divine Fury.
All right, give me your Divine Fury.
D6, so that's 3 plus 2, that's 5.
All right, so it takes the 5 radiant damage. Too much.
So it doesn't take any slashing damage.
It doesn't take any slashing damage.
Not even the plus. Oh, just plus 1s on the slashing. Does it take plus 1 magic?
And you kind of carve it in half.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
And I'm just quickly doing some things. And now I need to do that.
Shit.
And that. Cool. Craig, what else have you got? You kind of carve it in half and it splits into 2
I can't-
smaller.
I can't swap to a different weapon with my second attack, so I'm just going to hit it again. I know it's not going to do anything, but That's a 6 plus 5. Wait, does it take the 10 damage from Great Weapon Master still? Or no, is that still takes off?
No,
Yeah,
it's
so
still-
that's 6 plus that's an 11. But it
11
doesn't do any
hits.
damage. It does no
It
damage.
it doesn't do any damage, but you do manage to split it in half again.
Nice.
Oh, what is he doing?
Yeah, I know.
They're making
guys.
puddings for all of us, is what he's doing.
Yeah.
To hand this out later.
Minecraft slime.
Wait, if I split it in half enough times, will it just die?
You don't know.
Yeah,
But
that's my
then-
turn.
That is your turn. Luca, what are you doing?
Help!
So I hear Craig raging and fighting and slashing and saying, "No, wait, no." Okay, so guess
Why aren't you dying?
I'll get out my rapier and just kind of take a look down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll poke one of them with my rapier.
All right.
See what happens.
I thought they took half damage. I forgot they took none.
Nat 20.
Natural 20 hits. Which one are you poking, left or right?
Oh, just the one right below me. Yeah, this one here.
Yeah, cool.
The right one. So I do double the dice. So I do 2d8 plus 6d6. Oh my god.
If it's
This makes
easier
me
for you,
happy.
you can just roll and double. Or if you want to roll everything
No, it's not easier.
to bother the people on stream.
Plus 5.
Oh, a lot of dice.
Hillary,
How did
if
you like?
are-
How did you like that person who complained before?
Yeah, I was
Hillary's
about
not in
to say,
chat.
Hillary, if you are there, that one was for you.
13, 15, 19, 23, 25, 27 plus 5 is 30, 32 piercing damage from a magic weapon.
You run that thing through all the way to the hilt, and it kind of falls apart. It's running down the wall there.
And then I'll kind of look down the hallway at Elian, and I'm like, it's really nasty in here, man. Bonus action, disengage.
All right.
Well, you could have stabbed
Back
again.
up. I'll back up to here. Yeah. That's it for me.
All right. I'm just gonna move the dead one out of the way, and then it is their turn. So the one behind the one next to you, Craig, is kind of gonna climb along the wall to get
Okay.
past this one, just so that it's within range of you.
Okay,
And they are both gonna take a swing at you.
go ahead.
So that's going to be a 20 and an 18 to hit.
Both hit.
So that is going to be, I'll do the bludgeoning damage for both first. So that's 6, that's 10, that's 13 plus 4, 17 down to 8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
And then you take,
Oh, wait, I'm minus 8, so that's my 10 hit points gone. And then.
yeah, so your 10 hit points would have gone on the first attack.
Yeah, but I didn't subtract them, so I'm just going to subtract them now. It's the same thing.
Cool, no problem. Then you take 8
plus-
acid damage as well.
Ow!
Magna, it is your turn. That was theirs.
What are you doing now?
Dying!
Oh, hello. I'll take a swing at this one here.
No!
Yeah.
But I'm going to take out my war pick.
Cool.
You have one of those?
I do.
He's had one for quite a while. He picked one up.
So I need a
first
bludgeoning
to
weapon. I have a
15.
bludgeoning weapon.
Dude,
15.
Yeah, my fist.
What?
Magic fist. That's not magic, but it's metallic.
I
Magic
was asking,
fisting.
does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
Okay. Sorry, I got very confused there with what you were on about. So that's a 3 damage,
All right. It takes the 3 piercing damage.
and I will smite it.
All right.
So that's a 7 points. It's 1d8, right? So it's 7 points of
That's
damage.
2d8, isn't it?
2d8.
Oh, 2d8. Oh, okay then. Well, in that case, take that. That was an 8. So that was 15 plus the original damage.
All right.
Pop.
15, it is still up.
What? Okay, I'll take a second shot. 14 plus something.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 8 points of damage.
All right, that is enough. This one also loses integrity and falls into a puddle on the ground.
I just look at Craig. The right tool for the right job.
I got this, and Craig like holds up his gauntlet. He's about to start punching these things.
Ilian, it is your turn.
I can see a thingy here.
Yes.
Can I please dull the dead at it?
You
So
can.
wisdom saving throw.
All right, let's see what I get this time. That's a 6.
That's a fail. It is damaged, right?
It is damaged, yes, so it'll take the full d12.
6 plus 10, so that is 16 points of damage.
Ooh, more than enough. The jelly kind of reverberates for a second and then just kind of explodes.
Just gonna ask you, is that the last one, or how many are there?
I think that's the last one.
Flattering both Craig and Magna. You are now covered in orange jelly.
Come around wondering why Magna ran away and was about to hand me a pendant. What's going on?
Then I'll give you the pendant.
Craig just pulls a rag out of his like side pouch and just starts wiping it and shit off his face.
Sorry, Aldwin. Craig ran off like he normally does and got himself into shit.
Hey, I found a door.
Yeah.
Don't
Whatever
have
I
to
had to
open
do.
every door you find.
Yes, I
He
do.
doesn't look very good, does he, actually? Okay.
Now that you guys know what you are looking for, it's easy enough to find these 2 secret doors.
That is Craig's fatal flaw. He opens every door he sees.
I gave the pendant to Aldwin, by the way, Sean, just so you know.
Yeah. So yes, Aldwin, it's definitely a symbol of Abathor. It's a tiny jeweled dagger on
Okay.
a silver chain. You'd probably, estimate that if you had to sell it, would probably be about 50 gold pieces or so.
50. Okay. Go into the war chest. Cool. All right. I don't know
Yeah.
but I'll take it. Crag, you get 14 points of health back.
Can I check this wall, seeing though we know what it looks like now, the doors?
Yeah. You do find another secret door. It's as if the god of trickery likes secret doors.
I'm gonna make a really big deal of it, as if I'm like gonna go and kick it, and then I'm just gonna touch it with my pinky and
Yeah,
open
and
it.
swings open on its hinges.
My training clearly paid off.
On the
Yeah.
other side of the door, Magnar, you do see, or on the other side of the secret door, you do see another door.
Craig,
Craig shoves past him and just kicks it.
That one's yours.
Do I presume the one I'm by also does the same?
Sorry, say again?
Does the one I'm by do the same? Is that
Did we went through that already?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, all of them open up.
Yeah, the party's already opened up.
no,
Open the door.
I went to the north out that corridor, not
Yes.
to the south. Cool.
Yes, there's.
Yeah,
there's
I've been
an
through
older-
both.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, Luca went through that one. So, Craig, you kick open the door and
He
you
sticks his
find
head around
another-
and looks.
You find a hallway
Ah.
leading off towards the east and the west.
Can I pull out my water skin very quickly
Yeah.
and just like throw some drips onto the top of Craig's head to freak him out?
Passive perception. Okay, make a sleight of hand for that, man.
No, Craig,
No.
Craig, give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay, I have a +1. It's 15.
That's decent. You do get you know it's a little jump, but I mean you're a barbarian. You're used to things sneaking up on you.
He just turns around and just looks at Magnar.
I was just blessing you. You're good to go.
Fuck you.
So yeah, Craig, towards the east you see a door. Towards the east you see a door. Towards the west the path kind of curves north.
Sorry, I don't see a door. I see an open archway because the door's gone now. He kicks it.
Yeah, another door that is not locked. The hinges are quite rusty at this point. And the door is kicked open. You see another collapsed room.
And Craig sticks his head in, looks before going in.
All right, give me a perception check.
That's a nat 1.
Craig, you are pretty sure that there's something hiding in the rubble.
I just goes in and starts digging through the rubble. So I know you're in here.
I want to have a look. as well.
Yeah, Magnar, give me a perception check.
But it's more a case of I'm looking at what Craig's doing.
Yeah, this is just a general scan of the room.
Craig just finds a rat.
13.
All right, with a 13, you're pretty sure this, circles back to the room where you found the dead dwarf.
No, it's just the other side of that room.
Holy symbol. There doesn't appear to be anything of value in this room.
Craig, did you lose a bone or something? What are you digging for?
I heard something.
Well,
I heard a noise.
Come on, we need to go this way. Come
I'm
on,
not
boy.
a fucking dog. How many times do I have to tell you this? Craig just goes to the other side.
Act like a bad puppy. Cheat like a bad puppy.
I think me and Elian are going to look for secret doors in this room. Did someone already look?
No.
No one's looked yet.
I'll help you on that if you want to do the check.
Sure.
If there's another secret door that leads to nothing, I'm actually gonna This is the worst search for loot ever.
Come on, let me make a good investigation roll one time in my life. Yeah, 20 with advantage.
So, Craig, there was another secret door there at the top, at the wall where you were.
Where was it? Here?
Sorry, Luca, you had a 20 on your investigation check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you sift through the rubble, you check the walls, you're pretty sure this room is clean.
Ace Ventura. This room is clean.
I think we're done here. Unless you want to go check the wardrobe and see if it has a false panel. No, I think we're done.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, yeah.
But why was that wardrobe there? That's my question. The wardrobe is the big bad evil guy. It's like the fucking chair.
Where is there a wardrobe?
It was just room for the
Yeah.
priest to put their vestments on.
Right.
Yes, where the pings are going crazy. There was a wardrobe with red leather vestments.
Okay. Do we want to turn over some of these things to the historians? Do we think they're real historians or just tomb robbers?
No.
Because if they're just tomb robbers,
No,
we
not
could be
at
tomb
all.
robbers too.
Well, we can give them the silver pendant. They can get something from it.
I mean, we
Yeah.
could sell it.
No, I'm always interested in the preservation of knowledge. So
I mean, like, you guys talked to them. Did they seem sketchy?
Not particularly, but
I mean, they were
You said
arguing.
that. yeah, they were
I'm
arguing.
gonna go
over
back
whether
into
to go
this
back
room.
in.
we've been farting around for like long enough now. Maybe they've come back. Maybe they're lurking by the door, or do they really trust us to not?
Yeah, you come back into the room. You do not see them. Looking outside, if you look, you'd be able to barely see past the rubble. You do see them sitting by the campfire.
Okay.
Can I shout for him to come in?
Just
Okay.
before they come in, has anyone checked out this altar properly?
No.
Yeah, I tried, but I made a really bad
I'll try
investigation
again.
roll. So you should maybe check it out. I mean, to me, there's always ways to get under altars in every temple I've been in. So.
May I check the altar?
I can assist,
you
like, by
can,
providing like
yes.
physical strength to move stuff if necessary.
Guidance.
Thank you very much. 19 plus 7 is 26 plus guidance.
Nice.
29.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, you give the this altar a decent once over. You know, you clean the slime and the jelly off it, but just made out of limestone. You think you can make out that it was quite possibly bloodstained at some point in the distant past, but that's about it that you can tell.
Is there any other dwarvish script around this room?
Mordin's-
Around behind the altar, anywhere.
No script really that you can see.
Moradin's beard, Elian. You just about made sweet love to that altar. You find anything?
In actual fact, I just like gave it a glance and nope, nah, nothing.
I gave it an oil change. Yeah, okay.
I love how like this, like just out of context, like this is just a fast quest area, fetch quest area. And we're just like tearing it apart, knowing there's like just fuck all here.
The historian in Luca is kind of like troubled that we just spent 5 minutes tearing through this thing that historians are like, using little brushes and
Yep.
If you really think about it, it's a lot of
broken every door.
Can I talk to Magna and just spend a couple of minutes just in our heads based on layouts of temples? Do we think there could be something underneath, another? Do you think this is the whole layout?
Can I just check that pile of rocks? That pile of rocks looks weird. Just
Those look kind of weird.
like did
I didn't wanna
they like
say
murder
it,
their
but
companions and bury them under that pile of rocks?
It's
I don't
pretty
know.
sus.
Yeah. So, what are you doing? Are you sifting through it? Or are you just looking around it?
Well, I'll get
We can
Mr.
get
Stone
eaten
Cunning. I'll get Mr. Stone Cunning to come in here and look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Magnar. Sorry, I'm
wait.
being racist and assuming Magnar knows how to look at rocks. Yeah.
Just before that, because Aldwin asked, this, especially for a god of greed, would seem like a small place, right?
But also, if it's large enough, this might be somewhere we can hide the town if we know this is clear. This could be a refuge away from Vandalin.
Way back go.
That's not a bad shout.
And there's so much more black on this map too. So just saying.
Yeah, just as a general thought to ourselves, do we think that maybe one of the, I don't know, could there be a trapdoor somewhere? Could one of those rockfalls have obscured something that would guide us to a lower or higher level?
But I think Luca wants me to check out this tunnel up here, so maybe that will lead us somewhere else as well.
All right, let's walk
What's
and
this
talk.
weird pile of rocks? It just looks weird.
How does the saying go? Rock falls, everyone dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not if you're not in the same room.
It's a big rock.
Can I work out from being in here and kind of knowing just the general layout of this place now, where this might connect to, or if it did connect?
Well, yeah, it connected over there.
Yeah. So
I didn't want to just assume that, but
so this rubble appears to have been from one of the collapsed sections. Most likely, they were busy digging through this tunnel over here. Because they haven't really discovered any of the secret doors yet.
They're not very good at finding doors.
There was that the tunnel towards the west. Maybe we could clear that a bit. You were asking about more areas.
I mean, every rockfall seems to be an area of the temple, and there's a rockfall at the end of that one, I think. But we don't want to spend too much time mining stuff. It's just, if we're clearing out a temple, let's clear out a temple.
Crag starts knocking on the floor to see if there's secret floor doors.
Did we look in that wardrobe to see if there was a door in the back of it? Because I remember Crag was trying to get into the wardrobe, because that would be a crafty place.
I'll go check.
Crafty.
Yeah. So you guys did check the wardrobe. You didn't check it for secret compartments or doors.
I'm gonna go with Crag. I'm gonna go with Crag so I can make my good roll.
Crag is just gonna punch the back of the wardrobe, see if his fist goes through.
All right, Craig, give me a strength check.
I'll go with Aldwin if he wants to come with me to the back
13.
west side.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, Wait,
You
can I
do-
add anything to it? 'Cause he's punching it with this gauntlet, so would that be an attack roll?
No, it's just a strength check. You do hit the wall, the back of the wardrobe. It is, you kind of, it's still solid stone, so you do bruise your knuckles quite a bit. But other than that,
No
nothing
door.
You can tell. Luca, if you want to give me an investigation check.
Okay.
What he bruises knuckles? It's a padded gauntlet.
8 plus 8 is 16.
All right, with a 16, you find that it's a wardrobe.
Crag pushes Luca in and then closes the wardrobe and leans against
Oh
it.
god. High school all over again. Let me out.
All right, so while Luca is stuck in the wardrobe,
Because as Crag did not know that Alvin put him to sleep in that cave that time, and he's seen Luca put things to sleep, he's like, "This is revenge for putting me in the pit."
so
I
You still think it was the
talking
drow?
I start talking to Uncle Pete inside the cabinet.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Dead Uncle Pete. Yeah.
Uncle Jimmy's brother.
Oh, Uncle Jimmy, yeah.
all right, so Magnar, give me a, what would it be for you? Give me a history check as you try and size up this collapsed tunnel.
Guidance.
Thank you.
Advantage if I can, because I'll also be looking, but
I do have proficiency if you'd allow me to give advantage.
So no, this is a dwarven check specifically.
14 with
Alright.
the blessing, the guidance.
Yeah, so with a 14, you can't tell for how far the collapse goes, but you're fairly certain that the tunnel still looks, from what you can see, structurally sound.
We could take an hour and try and dig out some and see if it
Leave.
gets us anywhere.
Just
we can. You're going to lose your night vision, most of you, in a short while. But
I mean, it
Yeah.
clearly just goes to the other side, doesn't it? Like, if you mirror it to the other side.
this
of the map-
one's in the center, though.
This one?
No.
No. Here.
Where?
Oh, yeah, I've got a black thing.
Yeah, I can't see it. Oh, there.
You've got
yeah.
a black circle.
I've got black circles. It's great on this one.
We could always take a short rest. I don't really need to rest. I can just work away and try and clear it.
Yeah, I'll spend how many hit die? Yeah, I'll spend 2 hit die while he's doing that.
So, yeah, that's fine. You guys can do that. So, who's taking a rest and who's working on clearing the tunnel?
Let's take
go.
a rest.
One is spent 10 minutes just creating an unseen servant, and I'll help out with that.
Right. What's the strength of unseen servant?
Shit, I don't even know.
I think it's £5. Isn't
I
it?
think it's a 5-pounder. I think Luca can also help with their mage hand and just pick up 5-pound rocks one at a time.
Strength of 2.
If no one else is around, I can stay to help.
You
Little
sort of-
rocks, can I help
you
with
could
little
bump out
rocks?
the gauntlet and do that.
Right. So yeah, we can say that. So it would be. So it's going to be Magnar, Aldwin, Ilian, and Luca. The 4 of you helping.
And obviously, I'm going to use my knowledge to know which ones to pull out, which would kind of tumble a lot more, but not collapse it, so we can clear it as quick as possible.
All right. No problem.
Crag's just trying to spend the hour cleaning himself off the slime and cleaning his gear. Yeah,
Cool.
he should be helping, but he's kind of hurt.
Yeah. So Craig, you're taking the hour to rest. The remaining 4 of you are working on clearing the tunnel. After about an hour's work, you've probably made about 2 feet of progress on clearing the rubble.
Does it seem like it's going anywhere?
I mean, you're clearing the tunnel, you're making progress, so it's up to you if you want to continue.
Looks kind of look like a longer job, if I'm honest.
Let's go. We do kind of need to warn the gnomes that there's a dragon.
Luca, or Elian, I don't know how your magic hand thing works, but can you like send it through the rocks, and will it be able to tell you how far it is?
If there's a way for it to get in, anything this, I don't know. I presume the unseen hand is the size of a hand.
Yeah.
So if a hand could find its way through there, maybe, I don't know. That's very interesting. I've never thought of that. Yeah, can I try to push my mage hand?
Yeah, I'm just checking
Into cracks? I don't know.
I'm just checking unseen servant quickly. Let's check mage hand. That's actually a very interesting one.
I'm pretty positive that unseen servant can't do anything like that.
So they're saying the hand is spectral.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and
I mean,
say Jean has not planned for us to go through this cave, and we're just like making something out of nothing.
I'm just seeing all that black space and thinking there's got to be more, but I don't know.
Yeah. So Richard, I'm gonna say just because they say that mage hand is spectral, it just like a specter, it would have incorporeal movement.
Okay, are you sure? Because that's pretty big. I feel that's a pretty big thing. I could like I could like push it through people's bodies, and anyway, yeah. But yeah, I'd like to just use it to probe to see if there's something on the other side or something like that.
Yeah. So what's the range that you can move the hand out to?
I think it's 30 feet.
I'll move out of the way if Luca needs to get there.
Yeah. So where you going with that, Richard? Just as a note, so with incorporeal movement, if your hand stops moving inside anything physical, your hand would take damage, not the creature.
No, yeah, I understand. Yeah. I can't kitty pride this shit and kill people.
Yeah.
But what if it grabs something as it's moving? It can grab things.
Luca, so what's the distance on it that you can
30
see?
feet, so I could push it through, try to worm it through cracks and stuff to see if there's like an opening. I guess if the hand is destroyed, I guess there's no opening.
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Sorry, this might have been a really dumb idea, but
This is 100% just a chair situation.
I'm trying to pick a pile of rubble. Yeah, Arcana. It's not trained, unfortunately. I'm sort of thinking. I'm like, I look at Aldwin. Boop. Yeah. The extra D4 of my Arcana check. I roll 11 plus 4 on the D4 is 15 plus 2 for my basic intelligence is a 17 Arcana.
All right, not bad. So, because you still have some sort of connection to the hand as you mentally command it. And as you send the hand through this rubble, you do feel some form of resistance as it is moving. And about 8 feet later, you feel that there's no more resistance.
So if we want to spend 4 hours, we could clear out the tunnel.
But yeah, so I turn back to the party and say, looks like there's a space back. There's an opening behind there.
Probably less if Craig
like 4 or 5 feet beyond, or 8 feet, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You with 4 of you, you were basically, quick math. You were basically clearing 2 feet every hour.
I have oil of etherealness if you want me to go on the other side and check it out, but then I'll be by myself.
How long does oil of etherealness last?
It lasts a long time. It takes 10 minutes to put it on. You have to have a montage of people like rubbing oil on someone.
That could come in handy later, though.
Be a cloudy gray oil medium can cover a medium or smaller creature along with the equipment it's wearing carrying. Applying the oil takes 10 minutes.
Hour.
It can be gains the effect of the etherealness spell for 1 hour.
I'd say just if we're determined, we just take
we should
4
dig.
hours.
I think we should dig. I think we should dig because I don't want to be over there by myself and get engulfed in a slime. Although I'll be ethereal, do you want me to go over there and scout it out?
Yeah, let's start digging. Craig's gonna help this time.
Luca, that was great. You were able to do that.
Are the other two going to just hang out in their little camp outside the temple while we do short rests and dig for 8 hours and do everything else?
They haven't come in yet. You guys have basically been in here for probably an hour and a half now.
Yeah. They're just like switched off like
So
a computer
this might
game.
be the point we go out and tell them that it's all clear, and maybe they know what might be in a compartment at the back.
No, I don't trust them. Dig.
You don't trust anyone.
Well, I mean, they're just kind of sketchy. Why are they hanging out at a Greed God's temple where there's corpses and bones and like shit all around?
So
Like,
that everyone can know about it.
I mean, I don't know.
why can't we just tell them that it's clear,
Yeah.
but then shut the doors?
I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, do you want me just to go and I'll spend some time with them outside, so you're just clearing up?
Yeah, you can do. Have a rest if you can.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Would the
Right.
clearing go any faster if Crag helps? Because he's, significantly stronger than, like, physically than a lot of the party.
It would go faster, yes.
Yeah, Crag is, while they're doing that, Crag's just going to start moving more rocks.
All right. So, Aldwin, are you taking a short?
Yeah. Basically, I'm going to head out to the doors, see how they're doing. Tell them that we think we've cleared it all. The party's just checking out some last bits.
Yeah.
I'll try and make some conversation with them. At some point, in that hour, I'd like to insight check them and see if I think they're trustworthy.
Cool. So, with Craig's help, you guys do clear another 3 feet of rubble.
Somebody should go with Aldwin in case they are not trustworthy and they murder him. I'm not much of a digger. I volunteer to go and watch Aldwin or hang out.
Sounds
charmed.
good.
If I am resting for an hour as well, I will use my where's it gone? Harness divine power and regain a spell slot.
All right. Cool. Give me an insight check as you sit and shoot the breeze with.
I will not be using guidance because I'm trying to be a bit more discreet.
I wanted you to make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I know how that's going to go. So just insight.
Got a new follower.
23
23.
without the guidance.
Yes. As far as you can tell, they are trustworthy.
Cool.
They are just here on a archaeological dig, trying to see what they can find.
Cool. Okay.
Looking for interesting things.
Marvelous. Yeah. So I'm presuming then if Luca's out with me and they will enjoy an hour a bit more relaxing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like talk to them a little bit, and I'll say something like, "Yeah, that's a pretty interesting temple in there, governor."
I'll let them take the silver pendant as well. I'll hand that over to
And
them.
I want to see if they
reaction
react
was.
to my use. Sorry, and I want to see if they react to my use of Thieves' Cant. So yeah, I'll say we those slimes they're quite a bit of a basher in there, found bone box is just one of those things. So
they do not react to you using Thieves' Cant at all. They do give you a funny look at some of the words that you use.
I'm like, yeah, it's all tickety boo in there. Bob's your uncle. So yep.
Annie's your aunt.
If you guys are going to continue to try and clear this rubble, it's probably going to take another 2 hours.
Yeah, fuck it. We might as well. We've already committed. We've
Yeah.
spent half the stream exploring this thing. We might as well finish it out.
All right.
We dig.
You do as you
Diggy hole. I'm a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
as you do break through the last bit of rubble. Guess what, Craig?
There's a slime, isn't there?
No, there's another door.
Hey,
Find all doors.
Greg, wait. No,
No,
wait,
he kicks
wait. No, I'm gonna tackle him if he tries to.
Craig, you try to go through the door.
Yeah.
Magna, make an athletics check. Craig, athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Athletics, man.
If I have to, if it looks like he's gonna beat me, I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on him.
I'm still gonna beat you. It's not gonna do anything. I'm not raging or anything.
No, but just that you'll see sense, hopefully.
Nah.
Yep.
Craig is completely calm in the sense that he just wants to open the door.
So Magnar,
well,
Craig is quite a bit faster than you. You would know this.
Athletics, was it?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, you actually beat me on that one. I got
Hey.
15.
All right, so Magnar, you managed to wrestle, and I'm just gonna move you. You get Craig to stop about. Oops.
That's a big room.
A couple of feet before. No, that's not a room.
That's a big hole.
Greg, just wait until we've got everyone here, okay? Just
But it's a
wait.
door.
Yeah,
We're
and you
we're gonna have
can
to have an
kick it.
intervention for Craig.
You can kick
We've
the
spent
door.
4 hours trying to get to this door.
You-
I want to
you
open
can-
the door.
You can kick the door, but it's going to be no good if we don't have everyone with us, is it?
I mean,
So, wait, no,
I
wait,
can take it.
wait.
Send it to go get
So-
us.
On that,
Alien,
I'll head
do you
back.
wanna- thank
So I think
you.
we should head back in there, Aldwin.
It's been a few hours, you're right. We should check in and see how they're doing at this point.
I mean, they're probably all dead by now. You know how
I'll-
it is.
Come back and like just tell you guys like found another place.
Is Craig out of control?
Somewhat.
Excuse us, we'll be right back.
They kind of don't know what to make of that statement by Alien, but you know
What?
they kind of
What?
nod.
Yeah. While we're waiting there, can I like listen in to see if there's any noise from the other side?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
As we're going back in now, for everyone else's benefit, I'm going to activate the light bringer just so there's some light happening.
All
Because-
right.
Guys, I found another door.
Is 30-20.
30-20. You do not hear anything coming from the other side of the door.
Now that everyone's here, Craig just shoves the door open.
All right. Craig shoves the door open. The door swings open, and you find another room. What you can see is in the alcove towards the south, there's a
can't
pile
move.
of rubble.
I'm
Why
stuck.
can't you move? Oh, you glitched into the wall again. Yay.
Magnar shoved Craig into the wall.
Yeah. Craig kind of clipping in and out of the wall. Yeah,
Come
you do
bad
see
boy.
that the alcove to the south holds a shattered statue. An alcove to the north holds another statue. It is of a dwarf with horns, which stares greedily at a glowing green gem in its hands.
Craig squints at the gem.
Craig's.
I'm readying a spell.
He's not going to touch it, but he's
What,
squinting.
what,
at it.
what are you reading?
Suggestion.
On
Stop, Craig.
If it touches the gem.
I was expecting
close to
I was
it.
expecting you to be doing like because this is just giving me that that one weird pillar vibe. Where Caleb lost his shit trying to get the gem.
Would I know this as Abathor?
You would. Let me just get back to it, but I believe yes. You would recognize this as a statue depicting Abathor.
And can I work out what the crushed one was?
Give me another history check with advantage.
Guidance.
With guidance, but I can never pick up the bloody fours. 3. History 18.
All right, with an 18, you're fairly certain that it was a similar statue.
Okay, cool. Any dwarvish script? Any markings? Any false doors?
On the bottom of the statue, like on the pedestal of it, you do see the same inscription that was on the back of the dagger that says "Greed is good."
No, it's not.
It's really not, and I get the feeling that if we're greedy with this, pointing towards a gem, then
Things happen.
something might happen here. So, Luca or Elian,
I'm
would you
gonna
be able to do it
identify
with
it?
your?
Yeah, I'd like to do some kind of a investigation Like I feel like the statue with the stone is like a fake or a trap or a trick, and then the statue
It's
that is
actually just
rubble
Aizendore.
is actually the treasure or this whatever. So anyway, I want to just do a general investigation, and I can use my mage hand to like probe that to like look, to see if there's an invisible thing or something where that rubble is.
This is where we get power word killed. We were not supposed to come in here.
So, Luca, you're sending your mage hand towards the rubble.
Well, just as the thing that I use to investigate it without having to touch it with my own hand.
Yeah, 100%. Cool. So yeah, your hand, in its corporeal state, is able to touch the stones, the rubble. It doesn't appear to be a illusion or fake in any way. But that's just, from a cursory investigation.
Okay. So no die rolls required. We're good to.
If you want to start digging through the rubble.
I kind of look at the party. I'll shrug. I'll start like moving some rocks out of the way and stuff to see if there's anything under them.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
All right.
I'm gonna spread out around the room.
I
I'll
go
look
and
at
help
Aldwin.
Luca and be like, well, if you're gonna die, might as well join you.
I go in, give him the guidance, and then go straight back to the
depressing.
doorway.
Right.
All right.
So
Craig's
Alien's gonna help.
Alden, he's like,
So do I get advantage on the roll?
If Alien's helping you, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Plus
I'm
guidance. I mean, I have plus 8. How can I fail? That's good. 17 plus 8 is 20. 25 plus 2 for the d4 is 27.
All right. With a 27, you do not find anything of value in the rubble. From what you can tell, just basically confirms what Magnar has already found. This was also a similar statue to the one in the northern alcove.
Craig
There
turns
were
to
2
Alden
statues.
while they're doing that and goes, "Do you have enough diamonds to bring them back if they die?
Yes.
For all of them?
Yes.
So that's where all our money's been going."
Tom,
handy.
I could just imagine Aldwin standing there like you were just now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Standing there.
He's doing the maths.
I don't know. I guess we can take the gem out of the other statue's hand. I don't know.
No.
Shall we?
If
If we back up into the hallway, could one of you use your magic hands to like take it?
Yeah, Luca has magic hands. That's for sure.
That's a
how
story for
about we
another
all
time.
just get a bit out of this room first? Luca, I can make you a little bit faster if you want to.
Actually, how does the Discord thingy work?
Yeah, sure. Oh, like a cat's grace type of thing, or
Like haste.
oh, okay.
Or like give you at least like a full minute of extra movement.
Well, I saw what it did to Craig. I'm like, you know what? That's okay. I don't know. I'll be fine. Nope, I'm good. I feel like you should give haste to one of the fighters if we get into a fight. I don't want.
I will come back in
I feel like
and
it's
I'll
gonna-
guide you before I go back outside
I
again.
feel like it's going to give me the shakes if you give me haste. I'll be like, yeah.
You should be able to
That's
use
fair.
it. You should be able to use your mage hand from outside, shouldn't you? If you can.
Yeah. I can use it from 30 feet away. So yeah, that's what I'll do. So everybody out.
And then Luca, you moving out of the room as well.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
So we're like jammed in the doorway here. I'm
How
gonna go.
tight
I'm gonna
is that
go.
doorway? Is it like 5-foot doorway?
Yeah, it's a 5-foot doorway.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be anyway directly behind Lucas so that if there was some sort of
Fast.
kaboom, I can at least put the shield in front of both of us.
Right.
Okay.
So, Luca, you send your mage hand out towards this gem, and you watch it pick it up. And as it picks up the gem, it turns to dust immediately after leaving the statue's hand. You can hear the buildup of energy as the statue explodes.
Fucking run!
It exploded.
Luckily, you are outside the blast radius,
Yeah.
so you take no damage.
Okay. And then that's it. There's just two rubbles in here. Two piles of rubble.
Now there's a similar pile of rubble.
We 100% should have had Ilian.
So that was
do
a
his
fake.
thing.
That was a fake treasure. That's a fake treasure in a room.
Yes, from what you can tell.
Is there anything else in this room at all? Or did we just
Yeah,
waste hours?
looking for secret doors again. Because that's just so much fun.
Because up here it
God
looks
damn it.
similar to the walls that had secret doors in it, in the sense that it's not fully like symmetrical.
You can look for more secret doors
Yeah,
if you
Crag knocks on the wall. Do I still get advantage on this?
You do.
Yay. That's a 13.
All right. With a 13, you do not find anything.
Damn it. I think we're finished.
Guess so.
That was a fucking waste of time.
This sucks.
Well, we cleared out a temple. It might be useful for us later.
My hands hurt from digging.
Well, I guess we saved the historians from exploding statues, maybe. Yeah.
Craig, Craig, roll for blisters.
Okay. That's a 13.
You've got a couple.
Oh.
Miss Jawbreaker, yes.
What?
No, I'm clipped in a wall. Ugh.
I love it when you guys get stuck in walls.
Wait.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
But yeah, you guys can, if you are leaving, you can make your way out. It is, pushing properly into evening by now.
Wondering if we should rest up here for the night and then head to Nevergard in the morning, because it would be better part of a day's travel, wouldn't it? If it's
Yeah. With the way it's set up, it's about 18 miles to get you to Nomengard from here.
So, yeah, it's about a day's travel.
Yeah, let's rest here tonight then, and we'll head out Nevergard in the morning.
If we get Exalt Plus from a meta
That's
standpoint, we
29 days till Cryovane's due back.
Yeah. So the dwarves, by the way, have introduced themselves as Deslin and Norbus. Norbus is the male, Deslin is the female. Are more than happy to share their camp with you for the evening. They do give you the sending stones that they promised.
The sending stones work like the spell sending.
Yes.
Are they one use like per a day, or is it like an infinite use?
It's once until the next dawn.
Oh God.
So they're like an emergency.
Oh, that was it.
Are you pooping?
It's an emergency walkie-talkie with a very limited battery.
Can I check the cube and the custard on the way out just to make sure it didn't have anything, because we didn't do any checks on?
Yeah, you most definitely can. I will tell you the checks now. Let's start with the jellies.
All right, we'll come back and aid him if that's what he's doing.
All right.
You're gonna see me doing it as you were walking out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for the jellies, that'll be an Arcana check.
Need help?
Always welcome.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So 10, and that's 6. So that, and you were blessing me as well, right? Hold on.
Guiding, yes.
Yeah. Sorry. That's 2. So
I can bless you if you like, but I don't think it's going to help what you need to do.
no worries. But that's the first one was 10, wasn't it? So it's 12.
Yes.
13 Arcana.
All right. With a 13, you are not too sure if there's anything salvageable from these jellies.
Okay.
Kind of just mush, isn't it?
Yeah. From the cube, it'll be another Arcana check.
I think you'll be better off doing this one, Alien.
Was there anything floating
I'll
in the
help
cube?
you.
Because I know sometimes gelatinous cubes have loot in them, like to lure people.
That's what we're looking at.
So I know that's killed a character of a friend of mine's.
Do I get help?
I was helping you, so.
And you get guided as well.
Because that was a nat 1. That is a nat 19, so it's 26.
Yeah, give me 2d4s. As you start scraping up some of this
2d4
bluish-
caltrops sticking to your hands as you
4.
Right, as you start scraping up the this kind of bluish see-through gel from the floor, you're fairly certain that if you were to throw it at something, let's see, if you were to throw it at something, it would most likely stick to it for a while and do some lightning damage, some acid damage to it.
Oh.
So you
So is that 4 vials of that?
you can mark it down as 4 vials of blue gel.
How many thrown items do we have that we just have not used?
Quite a few.
pots.
Yeah, I'll definitely ask like who's better at throwing. I'm not very dexterous.
And yeah, so this would do 3. It would stick to a creature for 5 rounds, and it'll do 3d6 acid damage.
Every round? What the
Per
fuck? That's really good.
Does anyone want them? I'll explain to everyone what it does.
Give it to Luca, maybe? He's the thrower. Or they're the thrower, sorry. My brain will eventually remember that.
Sure, you want to give me these vials, deadly vials of glass vials of acid that I can carry in my pocket?
Yes.
Acid bomb, yes.
So how much? So three acid bombs?
4.
Okay.
4 vials of blue gel.
We should
I'll
just
send
load
you-
all our random throwable items into like a bag and just yeet it at Cryovan.
Instant nuke.
No, I'm serious. Like Crag will throw a burlap sack full of random shit at Cryovan if given the opportunity.
All right, so
This is why I have like 3 web sacks, so the webs will tangle it. Then I'll get splattered with the acid, and then there's be a fuck ton of paralysis daggers in there.
Just go to eat it and be fine. Don't have to worry about.
Wow.
So, you guys spend the evening in the camp. You guys set up a watch, I'm assuming, as always.
Yes. I presume you want to bring your goat in as well.
Yeah.
As they're
He's going to keep me warm.
All right.
gross.
So, normal watch order. Is there anything specific anyone is doing?
I mean, Crag just picks up a stick and randomly starts trying to draw the symbol of the Raven Queen into the dirt.
Okay, Google.
He's just bored.
How much acid to dissolve a body?
Here's what I found.
Instantly has the fucking NFC
Wow.
fucking.
There's a lot. Anyway, sorry.
Pitch up,
Luca's
pitch
just
out.
like trying to figure out how many vials it would need to dissolve a couple of historians, but no.
Yeah. So, thanks, Richard. You have just made us all accessories. Everyone on the stream, welcome.
Okay, Google.
While we're taking the rest, I would just like to, it's either I'll approach Magna, and I got a book for how to contact on rituals over contacting Mistra, and I'll just go to him and tell him like I went to these guys. They were supposed to tell me where I come from. I'm a little bit confused where I come from exactly. But I found this book and I was found with a symbol of Maestra underneath me. So I would like to know if you can teach me like how to talk to gods, how to contact them. I don't really know exactly how praying works. So I'd like just Magna to help me go through the book with teaching me about how to like talk to a god.
Can I, first of all, would I
Gods.
have any knowledge of Mistra?
Yeah, give me a religion check.
In the background, I'm busy praying, by the way, because it's twilight and I'm absolutely in my holy time on this.
Yeah.
So obviously I wouldn't have gone to you then.
Right, all the religious people are doing something to do with their gods right now. So except for Magnar, who's helping.
Well, that's not
Iliad.
bad. 22.
All right. Yeah. So you would have a decent amount of knowledge.
Yeah, I'm also interested in this too because of the whole slain god thing. But yeah,
Yeah, Luca kind of just
Here with
lurks
you.
in the shadows.
Yeah.
Crag also listens to the How to
So-
Pray because he doesn't know how himself. He's been trying.
So, from the knowledge that I have, then would I know kind of what the practices would be for them usually in that situation?
So the
Guys,
big-
run! It's Cryovane.
I'm just double checking quickly.
Like, you know how in each different religions and stuff, they'd have their own way of contacting, and is there anything particular for Mistra?
So you would know that Mistra would have what is called Mistress Chosen, which is normally a powerful, unaging servant among her ranks of followers. It's kind of like her high priest. Her church is mostly made up of spellcasters.
Is she a good god or a not bad god, but is she like a
He's a magic god.
She would be considered.
Of the god of magic.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I've read of her. She's not really evil, but I mean, she wants power. She wants her own thing.
Yeah, she would.
She
be
did fight
considered-
Helm.
She would be considered neutral.
It'll be
Okay, cool.
similar situation to Crag. Like it's not like the Raven Queen, not a good god by any means, but not a bad one either.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take Elian and we'll sit somewhere kind of quiet, but I know the other guys are kind of listening in as well. And start kind of flicking through the book a little bit to see if there's any passages, you know, something you could recite as to induce like talking to your god kind of thing. So you kind of like, with me for my god, I would know passages that I would, you know, say quietly under my breath, kind of reciting as a way to just talk to my god. Some gods prefer formality, like, you know, dear god kind of thing, you know, dear Helm, as Aldwin might say. But you're kind of just, you need to feel it. You need to kind of, I'd say, just talk. And if you get a sense of feeling that, you know, something's being shared back to you, carry on. If not, try a more formal version. Most likely, you won't ever hear or see anything. That's kind of what your faith is. But I don't think it's coincidence. Put it that way. I think you're here for a very specific reason. And I think, like most of us, you will find that reason.
At that, I'll thank Magnar. I'll grab out my notebook and I'll start making notes about what I want to ask Maestro and so on. I'll spend a while on that before I actually try to attempt to contact her.
So, other than the couple of things everyone is doing, the night passes quite uneventfully, and morning comes. It is another cold morning. There is a bit of a mist that is rolling in this canyon from the west. Not too thick to obscure vision, but it just gives it an eerie feel.
Is Luca warm by any chance? You know, not cold.
Yeah, it's like on one side of the fire, there's like a big wolf pelt, you know, with like a couple of feet sticking out. I always put my feet out because they're always, you know,
Hairy.
Yeah.
They're hairy anyways. It's fine.
yeah. Luca's like, yeah, this wolf pelt's pretty nice.
Actually, just so like, whoever took the watch after Crag would notice that there's a fairly intricate carving into the ground now of the exact same like symbol on his medallion. He's just like done that and left it there.
You take first watch, so it'd be Magna after you.
Yeah. There's
right.
there's a lot of dead corpses in the thing, so it's
Are
like
you
God of
gonna
Death symbol.
you gonna bring in Ramstein, by the way? I don't think he should
Yeah,
be
he
hanging
is.
out there.
He was meant to be, yeah. I can't see him to do it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he was cuddling with Magna.
Yeah. I imagine it as like, like when a kid lays on their parent, like just kind of draped over and just you can see the parent breathing, but the child's like going up and down on the stomach of the creature. That's just Magna. He's just out flat on this.
Sleeping on Totoro. Yeah. You're just like
Yeah, exactly. And my.
Just want to know, has Crag made it known that which god he serves and so on?
I think Magna and Aldwin know outright, but he's been openly wearing the symbol of the Raven Queen for since years have known him.
Okay.
He just didn't really know what it was. He just found it.
Okay.
So when I take over the watch, then I see that I'm just going to say to Crag we can leave this here and till the morning until we go, but we'll have to scrub over it just because if they do start investigating this place, they might not want her connected to this area.
I mean, more to honor the dead inside.
I understand, and I appreciate something like that from you, but just more so that she doesn't get any further bad rep here.
Fair enough.
It's as I've always said, when you're dealing with the gods, you have to get out of it more than you give, because otherwise, what's the point?
I mean, Crag, to be fair, has no concept of really what the Raven Queen is. Like he knows bits and pieces that he's heard, but
well, if his family's all dead, if his family's all dead, you want to take comfort in knowing that the Raven Queen brought them all to where they were supposed to go.
Yeah. But I think he probably would have told this at some point, but he found the medallion he was wearing for on the way after the big slaughter. He found that on his escape, so he's been wearing it since then, and until recently he had no idea what it meant.
Good to know. So
I probably would have actually just sprinkled sand over it as part of my watch, taking a quick kind of cool, that's cool, and then just let's not have this right in front of another temple, shall we? This is going to be bad. But it's not scraping it away, I'm covering it.
Crag pulls a gesture and just starts
I draw googly eyes on it.
He just starts graffitiing every temple.
So with some ceremony, but I would have spent just a few minutes just covering it over as opposed to wiping it out.
All right.
So I don't want to remove that symbol, but I don't necessarily think it should be.
Yeah, the Raven Queen's not a god.
It's like Craig has a large sack full of spray cans and stencils. It's like he is Craigsy, the other guy who goes around.
So morning has come. You guys have had a breakfast. The dwarves have said their farewells and have decided to go back into the temple, although they do step quite tentatively.
We do also warn them about Cryovane. So I don't think we actually have yet, but we would have done that at some point yesterday. So.
Yes.
We'd have done that during a downtime when we were talking to them.
And I would have mentioned that, presuming they came past Adabra, that she would be clearing out in about a week and a half, and that would be a time to come back to Phandalin.
Another thing I want to point out, Crag has been keeping a very paranoid watch on the sky ever since the feast.
Yeah. The Deslin and Norbus do tell you that if anything does happen, they've at least got the temple to take refuge in.
How big is the entrance to the temple?
It's about 10 feet wide.
Cryovane could stick its head in.
It could probably stick its head in and squeeze through if it wanted to.
So when they say that, Crag's gonna go the dragon's big, but it's not
go to the tunnels to the side.
Yeah, don't stay in the main hall. You will die.
Yeah. So they do nod at that, and you can see they're starting to formulate escape plans and where they can go and things like that.
We cleared out a tunnel right into the back. It's not going to be able to do anything if you're back there. It won't fit in those small tunnels.
Right.
Well, it shouldn't.
Yeah,
We've encountered shape-shifting dragons before.
as you say, it shouldn't. You do hear a kind of nervous laugh coming
Yeah.
from Norbus.
Do I want to inside check that? Nah.
You can if
We'll
you
say,
want.
Yeah, inside check it.
and I'll say, beware the exploding statues. There could be some in there.
That's a 16.
Right,
Is
as
he
far as you-
genuine? Is he just
as far
scared?
as you can tell, he's just scared.
Yeah, Crag's gonna go on to say, he's like, we have kind of met a dragon that looked like a drow. Then we killed the drow, and then it turned into a dragon. So that's a thing you might want to watch out for.
That's
Be
enough
careful
from
killing drow.
that's enough from you, Craig. Let's go.
Hey, they should know. You kill a drow, it turns into a dragon.
Norbus is not happy at this stage. He is
Or a spider.
he is looking like he's having a full blown panic attack at this stage.
It's okay. Crag just doesn't like Drow because they keep pushing him into holes. It's fine.
I know, that was
Yeah.
you. You put me to sleep.
You still think it was the drow?
What?
No, it was Luca. He's been casting that sleep magic.
He learnt it from the drow.
Yeah.
Right. So, before we end tonight's stream, what's the marching order leaving this place?
Oh shit.
Why?
Oh no!
Well, the
No,
giant
you
goat.
did the
We'll have the
thing.
giant goat on like a string in front of us, you know. And then after that, the most expendable member, Crag. You know.
Me and the goat
Yeah.
are last.
Yeah, now Crag's up front. Fuck it.
Yeah. So, we'll just let's do it this way.
Yeah, I think it's the three martial types, Crag,
Yeah,
Magnar,
so
and
we'll
Luca,
put the goat
followed by
there with-
the.
I'm just imagining as Crag was telling the dwarves about Cryovan, he just
Cryovan's outside
leans, he just leans over the wall and just kind of calls them.
Where is Craig? Just by the way.
He's at the wait, he's still in the temple on my screen. I never moved him out.
Okay, so that's why.
Yeah, I'll move him out now. I'll try if he'll let me get past the walls.
Yeah. So, Aldwin, you're probably going to be somewhere up front.
It is Cryovan.
No, I
isn't it?
tend to bring up the rear. I was more of a rear guard.
All right, so we'll put you at the back.
Change one of my spells
That'll-
as per the long rest as well.
Yeah, I think me and Elian in the middle, the two fighters in the front, and then the,
Yeah.
I mean, as they're leaving,
Wizard,
yeah,
and
Crag
then the-
probably would have been the first to
and
the
the
gate.
cleric in the back.
So something along.
I'm not
we-
riding. I'm leading right now.
Yeah, we can string ourselves out a bit more than that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to get a basic idea of.
They're kind of be like me and Crag, I guess, side by side with me leading Ramstein out.
So something along those lines, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
all-
but I'd say more space in between us. Like I'd like to be 10 feet behind, and then you know. But no, we're not gonna march. You ever go marching with your friends in the woods? You're not like all bunched up together. You
And
never
you're
really
not
get
gonna-
fireball
No,
in
like
real life.
30 feet apart.
You're not going to stand
Like-
right behind the arsehole of a goat either, are you?
There's going to be another situation where we get Dragon's Frost Breath. Crag resists most of the damage, and everyone else is dead. and he's
So-
like, "What the fuck?"
It's something like that, right?
Yeah, that'd be about right.
All right.
The
So
gate
we'll
provides
say,
cover.
so we'll say that as you get to the point where Alduin has basically passed the gate, from up the ridge to the north, does anyone understand Orcish?
No.
Yeah. Yes.
How do you, what?
All
Of all
right.
the languages.
Let
Hmm.
me just find my sheet quickly.
Why is that now?
Why-
Magna, I remember you'd be back to full health because we'd had a long rest
Oh yeah. Thank you very much.
and spell slots and all those sorts of fun things.
Yes.
I mean,
That's the point.
Crag
spells.
wouldn't understand Orcish, but I feel like most
Thank you.
people would recognize the
You
different
you,
like,
de- you,
we, like,
defi- you definitely recognize it as Orcish.
we've heard orcs. We fought
Magnar,
orcs.
you hear a shout that roughly translate to one day Groomish will kill you.
Hmm.
As
That's a
peering
lot of
over-
orcs.
over the ridge and coming down, you see quite a few orcs starting to make their way in your direction. They are busy sliding down the canyon slopes.
Okay, instant
And-
reaction. Can I throw the caltrops at the bottom where they're sliding down to?
Yeah, also reaction to second one of them gets into rage. Crag is blasting the monkey.
Yeah, this blasting the monkey.
Will it be,
Okay,
will it
don't
be
say
next?
that.
Somebody
again.
clip that. Somebody clip that.
Someone
No.
please clip that so that we can share it far and wide.
It's an intimidation
Craig-
tactic.
Craig has his hand on his monkey at all times. He's ready to blast it in the
Intimidation
direction
tactic.
of
Oh,
the
fuck.
But yes, we will get to that next session.
How many fucking because there's 2 lines at least there.
Lots is all we need to be aware of.
Yes, lots is all we need to be, or you need to be aware of, and we will pick that up next week. Thanks to everyone who joined us. Thanks you guys for playing. Some great laughs again on this one, and next week we pick it up with a battle with the orcs and a trip to Nomengard, where
If we survive the battle.
await.
Trying to find out who the hell Grumesh is.
Is that one of the orcs? Is that one of
Grumsh.
like because
It's
It
Grumsh
really-
the One-Eyed. Yes, the
Yes, it's Grumsh the one eye.
the raging barbarian orc god with a two-sided battle axe. Double
What?
axe. Yeah.
is it because Crag? This is all because Crag did the thing at the temple.
Probably.
Well, you don't know.
It'd be funny.
But anyway, guys, it's been fun. We'll pick this up next week.
Oh fuck!
Thanks everyone for watching.
Why can't we get one
Thanks for watching,
session where
guys.
you don't kill us?